Welcome into a beautiful Bluebird day here at Borleske Stadium. Sweets take on the Elks for a 3-game set, and what could decide, who knows, both teams' futures, both sitting at 3rd and 4th, the 2 wild cards in the South Division. The Sweets got swept by the Elks the last time they played them in a 3-game set over in Bend, Oregon, but on the positive side, the Walla Walla Sweets just took 2 of 3 against the Marion Berries. I talked to manager of the Walla Walla Sweets, Colby Wadlow, about what his expectations are for the rest of the season, and I finally got third base coach Leo Rivera on Coach's Roundup. All that and more on the Walla Walla Sweets pregame show. Albaugh alongside manager of the Walla Walla Sweets, Colby Wadlow, for another edition of
Countdown with Colby.
Colby, we got a day break just after the All-Star break. How's it feel?
Oh, good. Yeah, it's a little weird to have just a 3-game stretch with a break on both ends, but I think it was good for the guys. Get their legs underneath them, and obviously a lot of them had some break over the All-Star break, but now to be able to have that one extra day as they settle back in here in town, and I'm sure you're going to get to it, but 6 straight games here at Borleske Stadium. It's good to kind of get into a rhythm and back into a routine a little bit.
Did you read my mind? That's where I was about to go. Coach,
I figured.
Off days are going to be few and far between coming up. You got the 6 games and then a break and then 9 games straight. What's your mindset moving forward in the last 15 to kind of make sure you got that big push at the end? Yeah,
I think it's doing what we need to do to prepare our bodies to play every single day, and then maybe if not more importantly is making sure we're doing what we need to do to recover. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be the biggest premium on recover that we've seen, both especially on the pitching side, but making sure position guys are taking care of their bodies as well. So I think focusing on that, making sure guys are putting themselves in the best chance that they can to go compete, and also knowing, hey, we're probably not going to feel 100% every single time we show up at the park, but when it's your opportunity to go in and try to contribute for the squad and go take care of business, we're going to ask the guys to do that. And so I think our guys are ready mentally, physically. It's going to be a grinder coming down to the end of the season, but we're right in the hunt, and so hopefully that's all the motivation the guys need.
In Summer League, in West Coast League, across the country, you see towards the end of these seasons, guys start to get shut down by their teams in college or what have you. Injuries creep up. How do you prepare for that and expect, look, this is going to happen, but we have to move forward. We got to play the baseball game still. Yeah,
I mean, I don't think you expect for it to happen and you hope that it doesn't the entire year, and I don't think there's really a whole lot that you can do to prepare for it. I mean, you can just sign a ton of guys and just have a stable of bodies, but also when you're in a place where that for every body you bring in, that's a host family, and and things like that, and so there's constraints to that, and so I think the big thing that you do is you deal with it, and you're flexible, and you look upon the adversity with with a positive perspective and the opportunity to try to bring in some guys that are ready for an opportunity to play and who are excited to contribute, and so that's what we're doing.
You mentioned that a few guys joined the ball club. That's fun.
Yeah, exactly. Three new faces today to the clubhouse, so it's fun to see the guys. The cool thing about all of them is that all 3 of them have connections to current players on the Sweets. So, guys trying to having buddies that are wanting to play some innings and get in, and so it's fun to. Yeah, they're new faces, but they're guys with some ties to the Sweets and guys that are familiar to the fans, and so they've all been great fits right into the clubhouse, and so excited to see a few of them in action today and kind of go from there.
When you look at the other side, it's no secret the Bend Elks are struggling with, especially on the pitching side, just like you said, a stable of bodies. That's not really a thing for the Elks. Do you tell your guys to extend at bats, kind of let that play in your advantage, or just go out and play the game? Yeah,
there's definitely some series baseball kind of concepts that can be played. It's, hey, can we work counts? Can we get to the pen? Can we put them into a situation where they have to keep a guy out there that they maybe would rather make a change, or they have to use a body like they have to go to a position player or something like that, and that allows us to have the opportunity to score runs. And so you think about it, but also you don't really game plan to be in those scenarios. You have to take care of business against the guys that they run out there first and foremost, and Bend is still an extremely talented team with a lot of good players out there, and especially on both sides, offense and pitching. So go out there, take care of our business, trying to do what we can here, hopefully get off to a good start in the beginning of this one and set the tone for the series and kind of go from there.
You talk about talented. Unfortunately, last time the Sweets played the Elks, get swept 3 games. How do you bounce back knowing we're not just going to forget about that, what happened, but kind of moving forward?
Yeah, I think we make some adjustments. I think the first the big one was I just mentioned it a little bit, but the getting off to a better start and kind of setting the tone. It was in Bend, frequent flyer. I think I kept saying that was the key, and we kept finding ourselves down big early, having to claw out of some holes, and so
almost a game one, especially.
Yeah, and
7-0.
Exactly, and so hopefully, with what we do on the pitching side and on the defense, on the pitching side, we talked about, hey, we're coming down the stretch. Every game is important. We're playing a lot of games against teams that are in a playoff hunt, and the good teams are the ones that take advantage of things that get handed to them. And so if we're not able to, obviously that comes at the free passes and the walks and hit by pitches, but hey, if we're not quick to the plate and runners are stealing bases or we're not backing up bases because we let our mind wander late in the season as we're tired, and it's doing those little things that, a free base here and there can be the difference in any one of these ball games. Just got done playing 3 tight games against Marion, and so no better example than there is, hey, one ball, goes our way or doesn't go our way, and that's the difference in all 3 of those baseball games. So, kind of reminding the guys that, doing what they need to do, staying sharp mentally and with their focus, and making sure that, what Ben gets and is what they earn. If we're going to get beat, it's because they beat us when we're at our best, not because we're letting them compound things by handing them, free gifts.
Right. The Sweets offense averaged 7 runs over the 3-game stretch. That should win you a majority of ball games. How do you continue that into this series?
Yeah, I think having good approaches, being selectively aggressive, doing what we need to do to not get buried in counts. Getting swings off in counts that we want to try to do damage in versus having to, try to get hits in counts that they want us to be navigating. So I think that's a big one, and finding ways to play team offense. If we're not getting it done with the bat, hey, can we get a drag bunt down here? Can our outs be productive? If we are going to get out, are we moving guys around? Are we working counts? Are we forcing the defense to react to us? So doing those little things on the offensive side as well, that puts the pressure on Bend, I think, is going to be important.
A little flashback, off day yesterday, and then a huge 3-game set you mentioned against the Marion Berries, and you come out with 2 of 3. How huge is that to garner some momentum after losing 5 of 6 previous to that?
Yeah, we get some momentum back. I think that was also huge to kind of right the ship and set the tone coming out of the All-Star break. A few days away from the clubhouse, a few days away from the field for our guys, and and they get back to business, and we win 2 of 3. We win a series, especially on the road. That's huge to get a series win on the road, and so I think that kind of gives us some momentum. It also kind of, I would say, builds the confidence up a little bit, right? You lose 5 of 6 after playing pretty good baseball all year, and you start to see the confidence waver, and guys start to press and try to do a little bit too much, but we kind of right the ship, get ourselves balanced, and get our feet back underneath us, saying, hey, we're a great ball club. We've still got plenty of pieces to go win games and win close games on the road against a playoff hunt team, and so that was great for us to kind of get things jump-started heading into a huge week this week.
You mentioned All-Stars. This is the last time I'll talk about the Berries, but on that Sunday game, Landon Young not playing, Tanner Kern, Gunnar Guile still here back in the clubhouse now, and then Dom Cadiz rests for the first time in 35 West Coast League matchups, and you get a win. How big is that?
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, that's been part of the roster we've been building. Obviously we have some, a ton of talent in those guys that were all-stars and recognized by the league, and rightfully so. And at the same time, I think the teams that have depth and the teams that don't rely on 3 or 4 guys to try to win every single game are the ones that are going to be able to make the best run in this thing. And so it doesn't matter who we throw in the lineup, doesn't matter who we throw on the mound. We have a lot of hope and a lot of expectation and a lot of belief in each and every one of those guys. So now it's just about putting the right combination out there of the guys we have that can play the positions and are hot with the bat, and getting the right guys in there day to day. And if we do that well, I think we'll be in a good spot.
You ready to have Gunnar back?
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah, excited to have him. He was refreshed, and body's feeling good, and mentality. He was excited to be back, and he's been in town while we were in Marion by himself. A couple of those guys, so yeah, a long break for some of those guys. So they're excited to have their buddies back in town and get back to the ballpark.
Much needed though, dealing with the knee stuff. Hopefully he's good to go from here on out. That's the hope for definitely. In the clubhouse, in the top right corner, you had all 15 games listed out. Is that some sort of motivation, just keeping track? What's that all about?
Just kind of keeping, we're playing one game at a time. I like that we have it segmented to one game at a time, but at the same time, it, kind of gives us, hey, this is what we're working towards, right? Our squad's goal all summer has been to try to make the playoffs and get into the the WCL playoffs, and we can't really do anything about the games that have already happened. All we can do are the games that we've played already, and so something for our guys to kind of look at, and one game at a time, see how we're making progress and working towards achieving our goals. Something that Coach Rivera put up there on the board, and we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there until we lose, and we'll take it all down.
There you go. Hey, Baseball, right? All about superstition.
Yeah, that's right.
Some of these guys. Are you a big superstition guy?
I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious.
Right. Okay. There you go.
Michael Scott.
I got it.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice. Are you an Office guy?
I am.
There you go.
Yeah. Do you like that one?
I do.
Cool.
I like The Office. I'm not like a hardcore fan,
Okay.
but my brother watches them in the background. So
Okay.
there you go. All right.
Sweet.
This brings us to our Colby question of the day. We talked about sports, and in particular, going to sports venues on the bus ride back, a lot into in person.
Wow. Okay. My favorite sports venue.
Yeah. Borleske Stadium. You know that.
Yeah,
you can get rid of that because that's obviously number one.
I've been to Fenway.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool.
Nice.
As a baseball guy, that one was pretty cool.
You're sitting not looking home plate.
Yeah, right. You're like behind a pole. You can't see anything. Your knees are like together. Yeah. Fenway was cool. I'm trying to think of other places I've been. Other baseball parks. I've been to Coors Field in Colorado, which is kind of a fun one.
Let 'em fly.
Yeah, right. So that's kind of a fun ballpark in downtown. Non-baseball. I like when I was in college in the Portland area. I would go to some Timbers games, and Providence Park in Portland is pretty cool. So that was kind of and I was there right during they did a big renovation in addition to that stadium. So that was kind of cool to see that being built and then finished and kind of get to see all of it. So that's a very tight, like kind of claustrophobic type atmosphere. So that was kind of cool.
So what's your favorite game though you've ever been to?
I was at
one of them.
Yeah, I remember going to LA for a camp when I was in high school, and my dad and I walked up and bought tickets to a Dodgers game that night, and with no additional information other than the Dodgers were playing at home, and when you're in LA, we might as well try to go see the Dodgers play. Right. Kershaw was on the mound, and it was the night that he threw the no-hitter against the Rockies.
Wow.
So that was a cool kind of coincidental. We were just there, and we got to see a no-hitter. So
that's super cool. I've always wanted to do something like that.
Yeah, it was awesome. One error away from a perfect game. So yeah, pretty cool.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. No-hitter's still pretty good though.
Yeah,
you'll take it.
Yeah,
All right,
we'll take
thanks
it.
so much, Coach. Once again, Sweets, a 3-game set against the Bend Elks. 6 games here at home at Borleske Stadium. Thanks so much, Coach.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks, Drew. Go Sweets.
Drew Albaugh alongside third base coach of the Walla Walla Sweets, Leah Rivera. Another edition of Coach's Roundup, not Players Roundup anymore. So, Coach, you get the off day yesterday. You even mentioned it to me. It felt weird after just 3 games to get an immediate off day.
It did feel really weird. It hasn't really happened since the very first series of the year against Springfield. I think it's a great way to start the All-Star break. You get on the road, get the games in, win a series, and then get your break. Then get 6 at home, and then we got 9 straight to finish. So it'll be a grind.
Yeah, about to mention that. A break yesterday, but then you only get 1 more the rest of the season. How do you manage that as a coach, but also what you tell your players?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, you just take it day by day. You can't get too far ahead of yourself. I always like to say present moment focus. You got to be where your feet are. If you start thinking ahead or thinking about the past, nothing good really happens. Speaking from experience, and just that's what they talk about in the bigs. I mean, they play 162 games. Yeah. It's a lot more than 54 over a summer.
Sure.
But that's why these kids are here, to try to get a taste of that pro ball experience. So it'll be a good challenge for us coming down the stretch.
Be where your feet are, like you mentioned, but also let's flash back a little bit. 2 of 3 against the Berries, absolutely pivotal against a team that's, let's be frank, right there with you and going to be battling towards the very end. How huge was that to be playing without all 4 of your All-Stars and you get a big win on that Sunday?
Yeah, it was big, but every game's big.
Right.
It doesn't really matter who you're playing. A win's a win, and it goes down in the record book the same way.
Yeah.
I guess the thing all summer, talking about the All-Stars, it's the next guy up mentality.
Right.
Like, those guys are good players, but we got some other good players. It'll be nice to get some of them back in there today. But I was pretty proud of how the boys battled going on the road, a little adversity with the umpires. But I was proud of them.
Talk about where your feet are once again, but I look in the dugout, you have all 15 games kind of mapped out. What's the mentality of that, just kind of knowing what's coming up next?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long summer. We got a great group of guys, and speaking from experience, every summer is different. Even if you do come back and play for the Sweets, it's a completely different group. Kind of the same thing during the school ball season is you get 1 year with those seniors, those freshmen, and now with the transfer portal. So it's really just embracing the time here. 15 games left with this team, these boys. These guys have developed some good relationships, and the coaches have developed good relationship with them, and it's been a fun summer. Just trying to make it last and make every day count.
What have you learned as a third base coach for the Sweets?
What have I heard? That's a good question, Drew. I think
I see you sending guys. I've been liking your sends as of late.
Yeah, I think it's like I said before. It's just be in the present. You can't worry about the past.
Sure.
Can't worry about the umpires. I mean, they are what they are. The calls are the calls, and same thing for me. You know, I'm new to coaching third base, but you live with the result and you learn from it and move on. There's definitely been a few that I wish I had back, but it's the same thing as playing. There's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
Just learn from it and be better the next time.
Talk to manager Colby Watto a little bit about this. The Elks, their pitching is super depleted. That's not, that's not a question mark. We know that. Do you tell your guys, let's extend these ABs this series?
I think the plan's the same no matter what. It doesn't really matter if they have a lot of pitching, no pitching. The plan is to be ready to hit, be ready for the first pitch, some up, out over the zone. And I don't know if it's so much thinking about the bullpen being depleted, but we are playing series baseball.
Right.
It's not one game. So the goal is to always get the starting pitcher out in the first game especially, see as many arms as you can, and that just makes it harder for them down the stretch.
When you look at our bullpen, use just one guy in the first 2 games, and then Fig comes up and shuts it down. A huge barehand toss over to first. I was hyped. You were hyped. The whole team was hyped. How big is that to get guys out of the bullpen who's been here since day one?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Anytime you collecting outs, that's the goal. You got to get 27 outs. Doesn't matter how you get it done, but yeah, it's fun, especially for Fig, who's been here since day one. Like you said, there's something special about the guys that have been there for those first 3 practices. You go through the 54 games and then hopefully make a little playoff push. I mean, that's what it's all about. You want to play as much games as you can during the summer because you only have a finite amount of games you can play in your career. You make every single one count.
I want to talk about one guy in specific before we move on. Dom, Cadiz, you look at, you guys were voted the best couple on the TikTok a few days ago, or maybe a couple weeks ago. Anyways, he plays not for the first 35 games he plays with the Sweets. That's the first time he doesn't play. How big has he been to a day-in-day-out mentality as far as this kid is 18 years old and he wants to play every single day?
That's pretty impressive. I mean, if you're a competitor and you really love baseball, that's what you want to do. You don't want to have any days off. And the one thing is he takes pretty good care of his body. He's always in the weight room. He's always one of the first guys out on the field stretching. So I think it really stems from that. And like you said, yeah, he's 18, but I think a lot of the guys look up to him. I mean, he hit the ball that hard. That's naturally what's going to happen. The guys usually gravitate towards the better players on the team. That's more just a reality. Wherever you go, you want to be around the best because that's how you get better. That's who you're competing against. But yeah, like you said, it's been fun to watch him grow throughout the summer, mature a little bit, and just be one of the guys. Like you said, he's got a lot going on. But yeah, just trying to keep him in the present, worry about what's going on right now, and get ready for the game today.
Last question before we move on to our question of the day. Last question before we move on to our question of the day. Early, you say, what goes into that? What do you do before a game to prepare?
Some scouting reports, just some other stuff in my other life, right? But on the Sweets, there's a few things that I usually need to get done every day. But I mean, I really love being here. This is my home. This is where I played college baseball, and I love being in that clubhouse because I didn't have it for when I was a player here. Yeah, and it's great. I mean, my favorite things to do is come in, get the computer out, and throw a movie up on the TV. And then all the guys start trickling in, and that's part of how you build relationships. Is just showing the guys you're going to be there every single day. I talk about consistency a lot, and that's where it comes for me, is being there early, being prepared. Then you're not surprised by anything. You're always ready for whatever happens.
Brings it to our question of the day. Coach, when we were going back from Salem, Oregon, we were talking about sporting venues and our favorite going to games, our favorite moments. So what is your favorite sporting venue you've ever been to? And you've been to quite a few.
Favorite one I've ever been to?
Outside of Borleske, of course, because that would be number one. That's
a good question. I mean,
welcome into Borleske Stadium. Drew Albaugh, your play-by-play broadcaster, on the mic as Alex Jennings is out on the hill for the Sweets. The first pitch on the way to Lafitte. Fastball runs inside at the belt for ball number 1. Sweets take on the Elks for a 3-game set right here in Walla Walla. As Jennings is in the motion yet again, the righties deal. Misses high. 2 balls and no strikes with nobody out. No score here in the top of the first. The Elks swept the Sweets back in Bend a couple of weeks ago in early July. The 2-0. Right down Main Street. Jennings pumps in a heater, 88 miles an hour for his first strike of the afternoon. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody gone in the windup. The pitch on the way. Chopped left side, foul ball as Scalaferri ranges over in foul territory. 2-2. Alex Jennings out of Colorado Mesa University, the righty pitcher. His big blow-up outing this season was against the Bend Elks, gave up 7 earned runs. The 2-2 on the way. Laced right back up the middle, a hot shot into center field, gets past T. Rogers collects in shallow center, and it's a leadoff base hit for Jack Lafitte. Continues to have a hot July, hitting over 500. Diego Castellanos now steps in. Lefty bat hitting .385 on the season. Jace Miller on deck batting third. Brody Batove batting fourth. Teddy Tokan batting fifth. Zach Carlson batting sixth as Jennings comes set. The pitch misses away for ball one with the fastball. Vinny Salvione over at short batting seventh. Noah Batanco batting eighth, and Benji Solano rounding up the lineup batting ninth. The 1-0. Flared out towards left field, slicing foul. And the count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on. No score here in the top of the first between the Sweets and the Elks. Jennings dangles his right arm like a pendulum at his side as he looks over towards first base. Nikhil Beasley holding on Lafitte. The throw goes over to first. Beasley doesn't even apply a tag as Lafitte dirties up his jersey. The black pinstripe jersey with the gold embroidery over the front, spelling out Elks. No outs, the 1-1. Fastball hits the top of the ceiling of the strike zone. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Diego Castellanos. The Sweets wearing their all whites with their dark blue caps and their W2 logo out on the front. With nobody out, Lafitte a lead at first. The 1-2. Just a little bit outside. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Defensively for Walla Walla, Andrew Deminu out in left field, Cole Rogers in center, and Gunnar Guile returns in the starting lineup over in right field. First game in over a week. From the stretch, the pitch. Just gets a piece of it, a foul ball back behind the netting. We'll do it again on 2-2 with nobody gone. No score in the top of the first between the Sweets and the Elks. Lafitte over at first base takes his lead. Jennings takes a look over at first. Now comes set. The pitch on the way. A swing and a miss for strike 3. Alex Jennings pulls the chair on him. An off-speed pitch on the lower outside corner. Castellanos swings right over it, and there's 1 gone in the top of the first. No score between the Sweets and the Elks. Jace Miller steps in. Miller batting .394, very productive against the Sweets. Went 3 for 8 against Walla Walla back on July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Back in Bend. Jennings set at the chest. The pitch. Squeezes upstairs and a hair inside. 1-0. The infield defense for Walla Walla, Billy Scaldaferri at third, Landon Young at short, Trevor T playing second, and Nikhil Beasley playing first. The 1-0. Goes with the curveball, misses high. 2-0. Behind the plate, Isaiah Chacon as he gives the sign to Alex Jennings. Miller taps his all-black cleats with his all-black bat, plastered by his white batting gloves, and comes set. So does Jennings. The 2-0. A wave and a miss. Fastball upper inside corner. 2-1. On a bluebird day here in Walla Walla, as I say that, a few birds, all black, start to fly right to left, right in front of center field. A gorgeous day, 80 degrees. The 2-1. A swing and a miss for strike 2. Curveball in the dirt. 12-6, clocking in at just 70 miles an hour. Alex Jennings making him fish. Count evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jennings working with a 5.53 ERA in 2025. 1 out. The 2-2. Just a little bit outside. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes, with Lafitte over at first base. 1 gone. No score between the Sweets and the Elks here in the top of the first. Jennings takes a peek over at first base. Comes set at the chest. From the stretch, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew it right by him with the fastball, and there's 2 gone. Dials up back-to-back Ks. Against the Bend Elks on July 2nd, went 2 1/3 innings, gave up 7 earned runs, had just 2 strikeouts that entire game. Zardy matched his total as Brody Batove steps in. Over in Bend, the kicker allowed 7 walks. The pitch hits the upper rail, 0-1. Goes with a fastball. Jennings really working with that heater, a pitch he relies on. Whips his right arm around the pitch. Lafitte takes off. The throw goes over to second base. Tag applied. Not in time. A bang-bang play. The throw from Chacon missed towards short just a hair on the wrong side of the second base bag. Allowed Lafitte to slide right in. A runner now on second base. You could say Lafitte is fleet of foot. 2 outs. The 1-1. Wave and a miss for strike 2. 87, upper third. Jennings is dealing. Working with a 4-seam fastball, sinker, curveball, slider, and changeup. But the majority of his pitches are that 4-seam fastball. Tops out at 91 miles an hour. 2 outs. Low 1-2 on the way. Misses low and inside. And the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty good crowd on hand here at Borleske. A 6-game homestand. 3 against the Elks. No off day. And then, as Jennings comes set with 2 outs, the 2-2. Crackles over the outside corner, strike 3. Jennings goes back-to-back-to-back strikeouts. Lafitte stranded at second base, 1 base hit, no errors, and no score. We move to the bottom of the first inning. Be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Radio Network.
You're looking for a great place for one-course dinner. There's a 3-day pizzeria from Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at UnderwriterHondaofWallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
In the bottom of the first inning, Sweets and Elks, no score. Drew Albaugh, your play-by-play broadcaster on the mic for all 9 innings, as Landon Young steps in. The righty bat out of the University of Washington, facing off against Alex Villa. In the windup, the first pitch on the way. Fastball misses outside, 1-0, with an 87-mile-per-hour heater. Villa with a 9.0 ERA, just 6 innings pitched in his first start, the 1-0. Laced out towards right field, slicing fair territory and bounces into Jace Miller's glove. Young rounds first base, the third to second, slide, tag, and it gets past Benji Solano. Landon Young's gonna stay at second base with a sliding leadoff double. That's the way to start off the ball game in the bottom of the first. Alex Jennings goes back-to-back strikeouts in the top of the first to strand a runner. Landon Young uses some of that momentum and doubles. Immediate runner in scoring position for Walla Walla, and up steps Gunnar Guile, the lefty bat. Hit in 194 on the season, went 4 for 10 against the Elks back on July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The first pitch. Shows bunt, popped, left side, gets down in foul territory. 0-1. Guile had a right knee contusion that kept him out for quite a few games. Hasn't played in over a week. He's now finally back in the lineup, playing over in right field. Villa gets the sign from Batanco behind the plate. Nods his head and comes set at the belt. Takes a deep breath, looks at second, delivers home. Slices the outside black with an off-speed pitch. 0-2 to Guile. On deck, batting third, Billy Scaldaferri. Batting fourth, Nikhil Beasley. Isaiah Chacon batting fifth. Chris Tesaurus batting sixth. Trevor T batting seventh. The next offering. Sliced out towards left field. A blooper out of play as it bangs into the bleachers. And we'll do it again on 0-2. Batting eighth, Andrew Demanu over in left field, and Cole Rogers rounding out the lineup, batting ninth. Guile swings his all-brown bat around a few times, places it over his left shoulder, faces the 0-2 on the way. Rip to right on a hop, fielded by Tokheim, steps on his bag, out one. 80 miles an hour off the bat. Guile hits it hard, does not get rewarded for it, and there's one gone. Defensively for the Elks, over in left field, Zach Carlson, Diego Castellanos in center, Jace Miller in right field as Billy Scaldaferri steps in, the righty bat. Young over at second. The pitch on the way. Misses outside, 1-0. No score between the Sweets and the Elks here in the bottom of the first. One gone. Infield, Jack Lafitte over at third. Vinny Salvion at short. Benji Solano over at second base. And Teddy Tokheim at first with Noah Batanco behind the plate. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. Countyman's up 1-1 to Scaldaferri. Hitting .265 on the season. Went 2 for 8 against the Elks over in Bend in a 3-game set. The Sweets got swept for the first time this whole season against the Elks, despite scoring an average of 7 runs a game, the 1-1. Misses up and away for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike on a beautiful bluebird day here in Walla Walla, Washington. a few clouds out towards center field. Other than that, it's all blue skies with no wind. Fans continue to pile in. The 2-1, Young, a fake steal, fouled back into the netting. Count evens up 2-2. Lights are already shining bright here in Borleske, but the sun is shining on 90% of the field. Just home plate in some shade. The entire outfield scorched in sunlight. Via comes set. The 2-2. Just a little bit outside. Goes with the fastball at 88 miles an hour. Scaldaferri with a good eye works the full count. With one gone, no score between the Sweets and the Elks. Bottom of the first. Landon Young, a speedy base runner, threatening over at second base. With Nikhil Beasley on deck. One out, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Scaldaferri chases the fastball upstairs and out of the zone, and there's two gone. Landon Young opens with the double. Since then, Gunnar Guile, a hard ground out to first, and Scaldaferri strikes out swinging. Beasley steps in, hitting over 300 on the season. He's had a great month of July, and it really catapulted over against the Bend Elks. The pitch on the way. Top shelf for strike one with a heater. Had his first home run against the Elks back on July 2nd. Took it out to straightaway center field. With two gone, Young a lead at second base. The righty's deal on 0-1. Check swing, curveball splits the outer edge. 0-2. Alex Villa holds the baseball at his right hip as he leans in and gets the sign from Batanco. Comes set. Two outs. The 0-2 deal. Misses up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Villa, the incoming freshman out of the University of Portland, in his very first start with the Elks. Carry just 6 pitchers. The 1-2. Landon Young takes off, doesn't matter. A swing and a miss for strike 3. Nikhil Beasley goes down swinging. After the leadoff double, the Sweets can do nothing with it. 3 straight outs, leave one on 1 base hit, no errors. We head to the top of the second. Sweets nothing, Elks nothing on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
We roll onwards and upwards to the top of the second. No score between the Sweets and the Elks. In the bottom of the first, Landon Young doubles but is left stranded after Alex Villa works 3 straight outs. Up steps Teddy Tokan. The first pitch on the way from Jennings. Misses up and away. Oh no. called a strike on the upper outside corner. 0-1 in the windup, and the righties deal. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Goes with the slider well away, and Teddy Tokheim is in an early hole. Hitting just $156 on the season. Faces the righties deal. Misses outside to the righty bat of Teddy Tokheim. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jennings gets the sign from Chacon. In the motion. The pitch on the way. Popped up on a curveball into shallow center field. Landon Young moves under it. Instead, it's the second baseman Trevor T who makes the play in shallow center. 1 gone. Zach Carlson steps up, and he gave the Sweets nightmares over in Bend a few weeks ago. Went 6 for 10, hitting .301 on the year. Jennings, pitch on the way. Up and outside, 1-0. Carlson, the sweet killer, out of Northwestern University. The 1-0. Laced right side, and the struggles continue against Carlson as he ropes one into right for a base hit with 1 gone. The second hit of the night for the Elks, and up steps Vinny Salvion. Salvion playing shortstop today, also played rather well against the Sweets in a limited sample size, went 2 for 6. Hitting just a hair below 300 at .297 on the season. Jennings taps his left foot, comes set, twirls and fires to first base instead. Nikhil Beasley just plays catch. Doesn't even bother tagging Carlson. Jennings focuses attention on home plate. From the stretch, the pitch on the way. Right down the middle, dials up a heater. 0-1. From the chest. The pitch on the way. Misses down in the dirt. Count evens up at 1-1. Blue skies overhead. A beautiful day for baseball. Jennings takes a peek over at first base in game number 1 of a 3-game set between the Sweets and the Elks. The pitch on the way. Just misses the outside edge. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jennings goes back to a fastball. He's been really working that heater all night long. A 5-pitch mix, but relies on that 2-seam. The pitch is clocked out towards left field, slowly meandering over the netting and into the beer garden, out of play. That laces the left field line. Count evens up to 2 balls and 2 strikes. A few good spots in this ballpark. Now the beer garden, of course, one of them, but look down the left field line into the Lou's Crew over in Section E, where all the host families sit. 1 out, the 2-2. Runner takes off, a slow roller right side over towards first. Nikhil Beasley steps on his bag. Stopping at second base, Zach Carlson. All of a sudden, there's 2 gone with a runner on second base. A familiar story for Jennings. Happened back in the first frame as well, as Jack Lafitte was held up at second base. 3 straight strikeouts to end the first frame. So Noah Batanco steps in, batting 8th. Very first at-bat with the Elks. From the right side, the righty-righty matchup. First pitch. Fastball misses high. 1-0. Two outs, the righties deal. Scrapes over the outer edge. Goes back to the fastball, a ball and a strike. Batonko out of Cal State, San Bernardino. Incoming sophomore, originally out of San Diego, California. 2 outs, no score. Top of the second, the 1-1. Is laced out towards left field, just past a jumping Scaldafarian into left field. Demanu comes up with the ball and fires a bullet home, and I'm talking about right on the money, and it holds up Zach Carlson at third base, but there's runners on the corners, and up steps the 9-hole hitter, Benji Solano. I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful throw from Andrew Demanu over in left field. Would have been a close play at the plate, but Demanu made no mistake in anyone's minds here at Borleske that if Carlson got the sign, he would have been out. Batonko at first, Carlson at third base. Benji Solano steps in from the left side. Jennings trying to hang a 0 with 2 outs. Top of the second, no score. The pitch on the way. Just a little bit outside at 87. 1 ball and no strikes. Fans continue to stream on in down the right field line. Pretty good turnout here on a Tuesday night, summer day in Walla Walla. 2 outs. The 1-0 deal. Misses inside. It gets past Isaiah Chacon. He races towards the baseball. No throw to home. Alex Jennings wasn't there to cover. And a run scores. Noah Batonko moves on over to second base. Carlson touches home. And the Elks on top 1-0 over the Walla Walla Sweets here in the top of the second. Chacon got to that baseball very quickly. I took a look at Chacon, then looked at home, and Jennings wasn't there. Maybe there would have been no play either way. But it just makes you wonder on 2-0 with 2 outs. Elks scratch the scoreboard first as Solano steps in. The lefty bat faces the righty's deal. Fouled back. 2 balls and 1 strike. Benji Solano hitting .233 on the season. Steps in with his gold and black bat. Really fits the pinstripe jerseys with the gold stripes. Black. The 2-1. A slow roller straight away up the middle. Landon Young loses on the ground. A hurry up throw to first base in time, and he saves himself an error. And Jennings, another out. Holy smokes. Landon Young took that one a little bit too nonchalantly. Makes up for it, though, with a dart over to first. And it's out number 3 in the top of the second inning. We head on to the bottom of the second frame on the other side. On a 1-base hit, the Elks scrape across a run. We head to the bottom of the second on the Walla Walla.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbotsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Suites catch some W's. Wins, that is.
In the bottom of the second inning, Sweets trail the Elks 1-0 after Ben plates across a run in the top of the frame. Here in the home half, Isaiah Chacon steps in, the 5-hole hitter. Facing off against Villa. The first pitch on the way is laced out towards deep right center field. Jace Miller ranges and makes the play in the alleyway for out 1. 95 miles an hour off the bat. Chacon crushed it. Unfortunately, Jace Miller was shaded a hair over to left center already. Makes the play. One gone, and up steps Chris Tesaurus in his first at-bat with the Sweets from the left side. From the chest, the windup, and the first pitch on the way. Grounded to the right side, a couple of hops to Solano. Fields at the chest, the throw to first in time, and there's a quick 2 gone. Chris Tesaurus didn't give me much time to introduce himself. Out of the University of Mount Union, he batted .346 with UMU. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada, longtime buddies with Billy Scaldaferri, third baseman for the Sweets. As Trevor T steps in, he's got his family in town, a whole line right behind home plate. It's got to be 8 or 9 of them facing the first pitch on the way. Crackles over the corner on the outside, upstairs part of the plate, 0-1. Trevor T hitting .262 on the season. The pitch on the way. Rocketed right side, just past the diving glove of Benji Solano and into right field. Trevor T singles in front of his fam. And there's a single. With a runner on first base, up steps Andrew Deminu. How about it? Is there any better feeling than getting a base hit in front of your family when they all come and, you know, not from around here whatsoever? T from all the way in Poway, California. And they come and visit in Walla Walla, Washington. Not an easy place to get to by any means. The first pitch on the way to Deminu hits the outside edge with a breaking ball, 0-1. And you get a base hit in your very first at-bat. Deminu, the righty bat, facing the righty pitcher, Alex Vaya. The pitch on the way. Flared out towards right field, out of play as it bounces against the concourse. A couple of young fans all go running for the baseball, and an older lady, who's going to get it? Oh, she just got it swooped underneath her. Maybe back in the day she could have made that play. Needs to do some more plyometrics. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Apparently plyometrics is all the new rage. Sweets trail 1-0. Bottom of the second, the pitch on the way. Another foul ball right side. This goes over the bleachers. Now, I'm like 99% sure plyometrics is where you use just your body weight for exercises. Anyone else in the broadcast booth, can we verify this? We got a shaky yes from Gabe over there. Okay. 2 outs, the 0-2. All I know is when I'm scrolling Instagram Reels, which I do too much, by the way. If anyone has a solution to end that bad habit, let me know as well. T Elite at first, takes off, the 0-2. Misses inside and hits Deminu, and there's runners on first and second. These guys are showing me plyometrics is the new way to get ripped. And to be fair, they are ripped. But so are other guys who were just working out with regular barbells, so I'm not sure who to believe. Sweets trail the Elks 1-0. A little 2-out rally we're witnessing as Cole Rogers steps in, the 9-hole hitter, batting from the right side with Deminu at first. T at second base, plenty of speed. Cole Rogers batting .266 on the season as Alex Vaya comes set at the belt. Takes a peek at second, delivers home, misses outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Set at the belt. The 1-0. Curveball drips in, and the count evens up 1-1. Standard depth defensively. Everyone in their usual spots. Benji Solano maybe a touch closer to second than usual, just in case he wants to flash back and get Trevor T. The 1-1. Yanked off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike to Cole Rogers. Rogers had himself a great series against the Elks in early July. Went 4 for 10. Elks on top 1-0. Bottom of the second, 2 on. Cole Rogers ahead, 2 balls and 1 strike. From the stretch, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Out in front of a breaking ball upstairs, 2-2. Usually you try to leave those breaking balls down in the dirt on the lower third of the strike zone, but there, Vi goes upstairs with it, and Rogers' eyes lights up, swings right on top of it. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, the pitch. Rocketed out towards center field. Castellanos can't get under it. A bounce, a throw to home plate. Trevor T racing home, dives, he's safe. Cole Rogers moves over to second base. Demanu at third, and the Swedes tie it up against the Elks. 1-1 here in the bottom of the second frame. Top of the lineup turns around. Landon Young steps in. Vaya gives up his first run of the evening, all with 2 outs. After Isaiah Chacon and Chris Tesouris goes 1-2, Trevor T, a single, Demanu gets hit by a pitch, and Cole Rogers comes through. The first pitch to Young. Skied out towards deep right center field. This is cracked. Miller races, and he makes the play high above his head on a full sprint in the alleyway. Miller shows off the range. That would have been at least 2 runs. Instead, the top of the third beckons with the Sweets tied up with the Elks 1-1. On 2 base hits, no errors, 1 run. We're all tied up on the Walla Walla Sweets Radio Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
To the top of the third, Sweets tied up in the bottom of the second, 1-1 here against the Bend Elks on a couple of outs. A couple of huge knocks as Jack Lafitte steps in. Top of the lineup, first pitch on the way. He yanked off the plate with a heater, 1-0. All with 2 outs, Trevor T starts the rally with a single. Andrew Demanu walks. In the windup, the 1-0. Is a high ball out towards left field, foul. 1-1. Then after T got things going, it was Andrew Demanu. Got hit by a pitch on a fastball that missed inside. Cole Rogers then singled. The 1-1. Popped up, back behind the plate, straight away. It hits. Oh, I almost caught it. I had to stop my call there because I had a chance to catch that one. It hit the concourse and bounced right above me. Holy smokes. 1 ball and 2 strikes, no outs, nobody on. Tied up at 1 apiece here in the third. I serve the people with my voice, but once in a while, I gotta try for her baseball. The 1-2. Lace to left on a hop, backhand. Skylar Fair can't make it. Landon Young now comes up with it at short. A fake throw to first base. And it's a base hit for Jack Lafitte, a runner on here in the top of the third. Up steps Diego Castellanos, struck out swinging his last time up, hitting .385 on the year. Lafitte now 2 for 2 on the day. Castellanos has the lefty-righty matchup. Rather, the righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing and a foul tip in and out of Chacon's glove, 0-1. Fans continue to roll on in here at Borleske Stadium. This is a big game for both sides. The Elks and the Sweets battling right in the middle of the South standings. Walla Walla trying to make the playoffs for the first time in over 5 years. Top third, tied up, the 0-1. Misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Elks on top of the Sweets as far as the standings go. Hold the third spot as the pitch misses down and in. Chacon ranges to his right, makes a nice sliding stop. 2-1. But the overall rankings have the Sweets in 4th, 20-19. A game and a half back of the Bend Elks, who are 22-18. And a game and a half back of the Sweets, the Marion Berries. The 2-1. Misses away, 3 balls and 1 strike. Jennings can't locate the heater. Already with a runner on first base and nobody out, this is a pivotal at-bat against Diego Castellanos. The middle of the lineup, Jace Miller and Brody Petove, the 3 4-hole hitters. On deck, the pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. Trouble brewing with 2 on. Another team not out of it, the Springfield Drifters. 2 games back of the Sweets. Now granted, only 15 games to go, but there's still time. Another thing that the Sweets, Marion Berries, even the Drifters are not out of either is the second half winner outright. It's the Corvallis Knights right now that are 3 game ups on the Sweets. Pitch on the way from Jennings to Miller. Hits the top rail with a fastball. Clocking in at 87 miles an hour, 0-1. Miller, scorching hot bat, hitting .394. Went 3 for 8 against the Sweets in early July, 0-1. 12-6 curve, burned over the outside edge, 0-2. Jennings dangles his right arm by his side. His black mitt at his chest, set. Kicks and deals. Wave and a miss, strike 3. Jace Miller goes down swinging for his 2nd straight at bat. A huge strikeout from Jennings. And there's 1 gone with 2 on. Now, not to bring back any bad memories for Jennings, but it was the 3rd inning that ended up being really the moment of truth in game number 2 against the Bend Elks back on July 2nd. Gives up 7 earned runs, all in the 3rd. The pitch on the way. Chopped right side, foul. Bounded on the chalk for a minute before just moving to the right side. 0-1. Jennings collected just 1 out, gave up 7 earned runs. Had 7 walks on the day, the majority of them coming in that 3rd frame. 2 on with Jack Lafitte at 2nd, Castellanos at 1st. Brody Petove, the lefty bat, in at the dish. Young flashes towards 2nd, the throw goes home. Hits the outside edge, 0-2. With 1 gone, a slight breeze now out towards left field. Not much to write home about though, as the American flag in the straightaway center is just barely moving to left. Here in the top of the 3rd, 1-1, the 0-2. Down low and inside. Chacon makes a nice backhand stop with 1 gone, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Petove. Hitting .278 on the season. Teddy Tokheim on deck. Petove struck out looking his last time up, behind 1-2. from the stretch, kicks and deals. Is clocked out towards right field on a line, gets down. Guile comes up with it, promptly throws the ball in. Nikhil Beasley does not cut it off. A great throw to home, and the bases are loaded as Jack Lafitte stays at third. Castellanos now at second base. It's Brody Bateau that comes through with a single. Alex Jennings got to find something here with just one gone. Middle infield at double play depth. Corners playing at their standard positions. Could fire home if need be. We saw that against the Marion Berries a few games ago with the bases loaded. The first pitch on the way. Just misses outside with an 88-mile-per-hour heater, 1-0. With one gone. Jennings places his glove at the letters in the windup. Rocks his feet around. The pitch on the way. Misses outside. Alex Jennings takes his longest time from the start of the windup to the delivery home that I've ever seen. Takes gotta be 3 or 4 seconds. We can count it out though. Let's see. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. The pitch. It's top rail. So around 3.5 seconds from the time Jennings starts his motion to the pitch. 1 out. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded. The pitch on the way. A swing and a miss. Blows it right by him. 2-2 with 1 gone. Nikhil Beasley playing in at the grass over at first base. Outfield in their standard positions. T and Young shaded just a touch towards second. 1 out. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Curveball down low. Teddy Tokheim swings right through it. And it brings up Zach Carlson with the bases juiced. Here we go. Mono v. mono. Carlson, the Sweets killer. 7 for 11 against Walla Walla here in 2025. The pitch on the way. Misses down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Hitting .301 on the season, already singled once today. With the bases loaded from the windup, 2 outs, the 1-0 pitch. Laced out towards center field, Rogers had the beat on it, reaches up, makes the play. 96-mile-per-hour scorcher off the bat. Rogers robs Carlson of a base hit, and the Elks leave the bases loaded. Holy smokes. On 2 hits, no errors, 1 walk, and most importantly, no runs. After this break, we move to the bottom of the 3rd on the Walla Walla Sweets Radio Network, all tied up at 1 apiece.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbottsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Sweets catch some W's. Wins, that is.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was
In the bottom of the third inning, Sweets and Elks tied up at 1 apiece as Gunnar Giles steps in, facing off against Alex Villa. Drew Albaugh, your play-by-play broadcaster, on the mic for all 9 innings. Comes set at the chest in the windup. The pitch on the way. A high rainmaker out towards right field into a different stratosphere. Miller ranges under it and makes the play in shallow right for out 1. That ball must have caught some stardust. Holy smokes. 93 miles an hour off the bat in the wrong direction. Up steps Billy Scalaferri with 1 gone. Sweets tied up the Elks at 1 apiece here in the bottom of the third. The pitch on the way to Scalaferri. A swing and a miss. 88-mile-per-hour fastball on the inner third. Scalaferri struck out swinging his last time up. Worked the count full before chasing a high fastball. 1 out, the 0-1. Fouled back, and Scalaferri's in an early 0-2 hole. Batting .265 on the season. It's 2 for 9 against the Elks here in 2025. His all-brown torpedo bat takes a few practice swings, now pinwheels it around with his bright red batting gloves in the windup. The 0-2. Fouled back yet again. It hits the very top of the screen. We'll do it again on 0-2. Fans continue to roll on in down the right field line. On a beautiful blue sky day here in Walla Walla. Sun shining out down the right field line. 1 out. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Scalaferri goes down with another fastball upstairs. Back-to-back strikeouts for Scalaferri. And up steps Nikhil Beasley with 2 gone. Beasley also struck out swinging to end the first frame. Hitting right at 300 on the year. Pretty good spot to be. The pitch on the way. Misses outside with a breaking ball, 1-0. No wind. Out towards center field, the American flag rests all the way down. The 1-0. Check swing on a fastball that clips the outer black, 1-1. Here on Camouflage Day, here at the stadium, Borleske Stadium. The problem is I can't see anybody in camouflage. The 1-1. A wave and a miss. Strike 2. I swear I see him, and then they put something on and they disappear. Of course, that is a camouflage joke if anyone at home is lost. 2 outs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nobody on. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chases a fastball up high. A 1-2-3 bottom of the third. We roll on after the break to the top of the 4th inning. Tied up at 1 apiece. Be back right after this on the Walla Walla Suites Radio Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at UnderwriterHondaofWallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
We at the top of the 4th inning, tied up at 1-1 between the Sweets and the Elks. Vinny Salvion steps in, the righty bat, facing off against the righty arm, Alex Jennings. Back in the top of the 3rd, had the bases loaded with 2 outs, worked out of the jam, allowed 0 runs. The first pitch on the way to Salvion. Misses outside with a fastball, 1-0. Salvion grounded out to first. Nikhil Beasley goes unassisted for out number 2 back in the 2nd. The 1-0. A shot out towards center field on a line. Rogers barely has to move as he takes maybe a step back, reaches over his left shoulder and makes the play. And there's 1 gone. Noah Batanko steps in. Singled his last time up in his very first at-bat with the Elks. Batting 1,000. Can't do much better than that. 1 out. Tied up at 1 apiece. The first pitch on the way. Fouled back off the helmet of Chacon as it flies over the screen and back up against the broadcast press box. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. It went off the red bat of Batanko and just doinked Chacon in the helmet. He doesn't even flinch. 1 out. No balls and 1 strike. The pitch on the way. A high fly ball out towards left field. Gunnar Guile gives way. Cole Rogers backs him up and he makes the play over his left shoulder yet again for out 2. The 9-hole hitter, Benji Solano, steps in from the left side. Grounded out to short his last time up to end the 2nd. Hitting .230 on the year. He waves his all-black bat with gold handle around the pitch. A slow roller, right side, Jennings fields a toss to first in time. Working with some confidence, some mojo as he's smiling and slowly jogs back over towards the dugout. A 1-2-3 ABC. You hear it, do-re-mi. Right after this, we head to the bottom of the 4th on the Walla Walla Suites Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
To the bottom of the 4th frame here at Borleske Stadium, Drew Albaugh on the mic as the Sweets and the Elks are all tied up at 1 apiece. Isaiah Chacon, the lefty bat, steps in, facing off against Alex Villa, the righty arm, for the 2nd time. The first pitch on the way. Misses up and away for ball 1 with a fastball, clocking in at 87 miles an hour. Chacon lined out to right field his last time up against Villa, back in the 2nd frame. The pitch. Right down the middle with a lazy curveball. Chacon does not offer at it. 1-1. in the windup. The pitch on the way. Downstairs and outside. 2-1 to Chacon. Isaiah knows a thing or two about walking. Get this as he faces the 2-1 on the way. A swing and a foul tip off of Patenko's mask. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chacon has a .333 average, clocking in at just 15 official at-bats. He has 15 walks, an on-base percentage north of 700, the 2-2. A wave and a miss for strike 3. Goes down swinging on a ball in the dirt. Patenko tags his jersey right in the back of the numbers, and there's 1 gone. I mean, that's crazy. Chacon started out with the team a 10-day contract. Now back with the Sweets after an extended break. Up steps up Chris Tesaurus. Faces the first pitch. Misses inside at the belt, 1-0. Tesaurus in his second at-bat with the Sweets. Grounded out to second his last time up. The 1-0. Flared out towards left field. Running under it, Lafitte dives and he makes the play. Down goes Tesaurus as Lafitte goes down and gets out number 2. Up steps Trevor T. This is exactly how the second inning started. 2 outs from Chacon and Tesaurus. Then Trevor T in the second singled. What followed, Andrew Damanu walked, and Cole Rogers came through with a huge double to center. And just like that, the Sweets crossed 1. And we're all tied up at 1 apiece. Here in the bottom of the 4th, the first pitch. Flared out towards right field. Solano moves under it, right at the cut of the grass, makes the play, out 3. So that does not happen here in the 4th. It's an easy 1, 2, 3, 4th inning. We head to the top of the 5th. Tied up at 1-1 on the Walla Walla Sweets Radio Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, your family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at UnderwriterHondaofWallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play.
Welcome back into the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network here at Borleske Stadium. Top of the 5th, Jennings still out on the mound facing off against Lafitte, the first pitch. Curveball spins low, 1-0. This is the 3rd time Jennings faces Lafitte, the leadoff man, at the top of an inning. Happened in the 1st, in the 3rd, and now in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch. Popped up sky high, right to Chacon behind the plate. He ranges under it and makes the play pretty much right where he started for out 1. Maybe a touch into the lefty's batter box, but other than that, Chacon could have waddled to the location to make that play. That's hard to do. It's hard to hit a ball straight up. That's exactly what Lafitte did. His first time retired after singling in the 1st and 3rd. Up steps Diego Castellanos. 1 for 2 on the day. The pitch. Downstairs, breaking ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Castellanos hitting .385 on the year. The 1-0. Up and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Castellanos, not Castellanos. The Phillies baseball player. 1 out, the 2-0. Curveball misses high, 3 balls and no strikes. Castellanos, of course, known, yes, for hitting bombs and being in the MLB, but for something else as well. It's the 3-0 pitch. Swerves inside, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Castellanos. Up steps Jace Miller. It all started maybe 6-7 years back when actually it was a broadcaster, I forgot his name, but said something in a pregame show and he had to be let go because of it. So later in the game, somewhere in the middle of the game, kind of a non-consequential moment, he went on air and said, "This might be the last time I wear this headset." Started to apologize and kind of sing his farewell song. The first pitch, up and in at the chin, 1-0 to Miller. And while he was giving his swan song, Castellanos just hits an absolute tank out towards left field. I mean, it is way gone. And in the process, this guy is literally saying, as the 1-0, curveball misses down and away. 2 balls and no strikes with 1 gone. Tied up at 1 apiece here in the top of the 5th. Castellanos over at first. Quick meeting out on the mound between Chacon and Alex Jennings. So, pretty much, he's saying his apology, and he's getting ready to literally leave the broadcast as he's being fired by NBC. And Castellanos hits a home run out towards left field, and he goes, and there's a drive out by Castellanos to left. That is a home run. And this might be my last time wearing my headset. And just continues apologizing. And it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And get this, then Castellanos, maybe a year later, 1 out, the 2-0 pitch on the way. Fastball hits the outside edge, 2-1. I mean, this has happened a few times. They're giving a memorial service to a guy that died, you know, of old age. It wasn't anything super, whatever. I'm not going to get into the weeds of the whole situation. The 2-1 pitch misses low in the dirt. Chacon flips his mask, keeps it in front of him. 3 balls and 1 strike. So they're flashing it up on screen like the memoir of this guy, like RIP 19 blah 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 to 2000 and blah blah blah. And they go back to home plate. Very next pitch, they're literally giving this guy his flowers, and he hits another home run. It happened twice. 1 out. The 3-1. Fouled back into the screen. It just gets over the screen, actually. And the count runs full 3-2. There was another moment. It wasn't as cool, but there was also something kind of, an interesting moment where he hit another home run. So there's been lots of memes on the internet throughout the days, throughout the years, of if something sad happens, like get ready for Castellanos. The 3-2 pitch. Castellanos takes off. The throw to second base. Tag applied. T just drops it. He would have had him. Castellanos ranges over to second base with a stolen bag. 2 gone. Miller goes down swinging. Almost had a strike him out, throw him out double play. Chacon threw an absolute bullet. So up steps Brody Bitove. Struck out looking in the first, a double back in the third. Hitting .278 on the year from the left side. Has the righty-lefty matchup with 2 gone. Runner now in scoring position. Top of the 5th, the pitch. A swing and a miss. Tied up at 1-1. Now there's 1 strike to Bitove. Pinwheels his all black bat around and rests it on his left shoulder. Now dangles it above his left shoulder. Kicks and deals. Outside, Chacon loses it left side of the foul territory. And because of that, Castellano stays at second. If Chacon lost the ball to his right over towards first base, no doubt Castellanos takes off over to third, but because he lost it closer towards the third base line, Diego over at second base opts to stay put. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jennings comes set at the chest. From the stretch, the pitch on the way. Misses down low, 2 balls and 1 strike. Sun continues to set down the right field line. Starting to creep its way under the bleachers. Most of the field now covered in shade. Center field, Cole Rogers, the only one standing in sunlight. 2 outs. The pitch on the way on 2-1. A couple of hops, right side, ground ball, T. Fields flings to first in time, out 3. No base hits, no errors, no runs to the bottom of the 5th. Tied up at 1 apiece between the Sweets and the Elks on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network. It's just completely done. To the bottom of the 5th inning, we got a tight one here at Borleske Stadium. Tied up at 1 apiece between the Sweets and the Elks. Bottom of the lineup, the 8-hole hitter Andrew Deminu with Cole Rogers on deck and Landon Young in the hole, your first 3 batters here in the 5th. Drew Albaugh, your play-by-play broadcaster on the mic, facing off against Alex Villa. The first pitch, right down the middle with a heater, 0-1. Deminu hitting .225 on the year. Played in just 1 ball game against the Elks back on July 2nd, went 0 for 3, the 0-1. Misses away with another fastball. Count evens up at 1-1. Villa now clocking in at 86 miles an hour. Was up to 88 earlier in the game. In the windup, the pitch on the way. Shows bunt, gets it down, but it runs into his own shin as he starts to run over towards first and bounces into foul territory for strike 2. Deminu tries to get cheeky. We have not seen a successful bunt attempt yet in this ball game, and that's rare here at Borleske. The infield grass maybe 1.5 inches thick. The thickest grass in the West Coast League that I've seen. Enough so that other teams comment on it. The 1-2. Rope to right, foul ball. We'll do it again with nobody out. Tied up at 1 apiece. Here in the bottom of the 5th frame, Andrew Deminu takes a breath and steps back in. Last homestand against the Corvallis Knights a week ago. Last Friday, the very first batter, first pitch, laid down a bunt third base side. The 1-2. Caught him looking, strike 3, a fastball on the outside edge. Deminu shakes his head, a borderline call. Either way, goes down as out 1, and Cole Rogers steps in. Home plate umpire Dylan Self, bases umpire David Canales. Self rings up Deminu, and up steps Rogers. Doubled his last time up and scored the only run of the game for the Sweets. The first pitch. Popped up out towards right, meandering out of play into the bleachers for strike 1. Now this game is early, but this is a different storyline, let's put it that way, than what were the 3 games over in Bent. A low-scoring affair, tied at 1 apiece, the pitch on the way. Fastball misses up high. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 gone. Against the Elks, in a 3-game set, the Sweets offense averaged 7 runs and still lost all 3. The pitch. Swing and a foul ball back into the netting. Curveball runs inside at Rogers' hands. Just fights it off as it goes off pretty much the handle of the bat. 1-2. I mean, just to put into perspective, the Sweets are averaging less than 7 runs on the season and have a winning record. And averaged 7 runs against the Elks and lost all 3. Ben just had a crazy offensive performance. The 1-2 misses away, and the count evens up. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rogers. Cole had himself a series against the Elks, though. On July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, went 4 for 10. The 2-2. Just a tick upstairs with a fastball. And the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sun continues to set down the right field line, just a spot in center field still in sunlight. The rest of the field in shade. The payoff pitch. Popped up, back behind the plate, and out of play. We'll do it again. Rogers given via a fight. It's been so consistent for the Sweets. Batting either first or ninth. There's not really much in between. Either leads off the game or is a nice turnaround man. 1 out. The 3-2. Laced on the ground over towards the left side of the infield. Lafitte gobbles it up. The toss across. In time. A late call from bases umpire David Canales. Rogers almost beat that out. He was flying, but there's 2 gone. Lineup turns around. The righty bat, shortstop Landon Young steps in. 1 for 2 on the day. Led off the game with a double. In the second, he flew it to right to end the frame. With 2 gone, faces the first pitch on the way. Rocketed to right, slicing over the netting and into the bleachers. Out of play. No wind to be seen, heard, or felt of. Usually a big gust out towards left field, not today. The windup, the 0-1. Right down Main Street, 0-2. Dials up the heater at 88 miles an hour. And a big 3-game set against the Bend Elks. Walla Walla still looking for their first game against the Elks. The 0-2. Up and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bend beat Walla Walla all 3 times. Back in early July. 2 gone. Tied up at 1 apiece. The 1-2 to the University product. Outside. University of Washington product, that is. 2-2. Landon Young started at TCU. After just 1 semester transferred in the winter. Went over to the University of Washington. That was his first time in the state of Washington, was the tour over in Seattle, the 2-2. Misses away, gets past Patenko. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs, nobody on. Tied up at 1 apiece here in the bottom of the 5th. Landon Young visits the state. Now not only is he going to college there, going to live there for most of the year, also for the summer times, he's now in Walla Walla. Getting a lot of Washington. I actually trivia'd him on a player's roundup a few weeks ago on Washington State Trivia. The pitch on the way. A wave and a miss for strike 3. Tag applied. And it's a 1-2-3 5th. Let's just say Landon Young has some work to do. He did not know Mount Rainier, if that gives you any clue on where he was with his Washington State Trivia. That'll do it. We head to the top of the 6th. The Sweets tied up with the Bend Elks at 1 apiece. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Flying through this ball game, now in the top of the 6th inning, tied up at 1 apiece between the Sweets and the Elks. And a new pitcher out on the hill, Sam Nicholson, in his 2nd appearance with Walla Walla. Through just 2 innings on the season, both against Corvallis back on July 13th, gives up 4 earned with 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. The incoming freshman out of the University of Washington, righty arm. Stands at 6'2", working with a curveball and upper 80s fastball. Facing off against Teddy Tokheim, the 5-hole hitter, followed by Zach Carlson and Vinny Salvion, the first 3 batters, here in the top of the 6th. In a tight one, every game matters for not just the Elks, but also the Sweets. These 2 teams battling in the middle of the standings in the South. Playoffs work as follows. The top 4 teams make the playoffs with the winner of the first half, winner of the second half, and then the 2 best records following. The Sweets currently sit 4th, Elks 3rd. The pitch misses away with a fastball clocking in at 89 miles an hour. A 1 ball and no strikes. Comes set, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Shakes his head a few times. The 1-1. Curveball misses high as Teddy Tokheim shakes his head. 2 balls and 1 strike. The righty's deal. Misses high. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs, tied up at 1 apiece here on the top of the 6th. Tokheim 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to second, back in the 2nd. Struck out swinging in the 3rd. The 3-1. Rocketed left side on the ground. Foul ball. Count runs full, 3-2. Our man Cole Rogers in straightaway center, now in the shade, was the last guy on the Sweets defense that didn't get help from the bleachers. The 3-2 fouled back. We'll do it again. Now pretty much all of the diamond except for in straightaway center field, right back at the track. Still has a hint of golden light. Other than that, we are all shade. Low 80 degrees here on Walla Walla on a beautiful bluebird evening here, and a city so nice they named it twice. Set, the payoff pitch. Misses away, ball 4. Teddy Tokheim throws his all-black bat over towards the dugout, and a leadoff walk here in the 6th. Alex Jennings, by the way, finishes up his night, goes 5 innings, allows just 1 run. Adds on 6 strikeouts to his total. Came into the game already with 23. More importantly, gets his revenge against the Elks after giving up 7 runs in early July. The pitch shows bunt, pulls away, fastball misses low. Chacon comes up with the ball and slips right next to home plate towards the left batter's box. Tokheim strolls over to second base practically, no throw, and it's 1-0 to Zach Carlson. With the bases loaded and Carlson hitting over 300 on the year and 7 for 11 against the Sweets, lined out to center field on a ball that was scorched 90 plus off the bat. And that's how Jennings weasels out of the third. Here in the 6th frame, a runner now on second base. Tokheim takes his lead. The pitch. Misses downstairs. 1-0 turns into 2-0. Goes with the heater, scrapes up some dirt. The 2-0. Rocketed to right over the jumping Trevor T. Guile comes up with the baseball quickly, fires home. A beautiful throw over towards home plate. Chacon, a pump fake to second. And Carlson works a single into a double. Now, Chacon had him by quite a few steps, opted to not throw to second base with the idea that Teddy Tokheim was going to come home. Now, I think that, again, I'm not playing catcher, but I think Chacon had a pretty good chance at not only getting Carlson trying to speed around first to second, but in the case Teddy Tokheim then breaks for home, I have a feeling that Landon Young covering second as the first pitch misses outside. Chacon comes up with the baseball back behind the dish, staying at third. Tokheim. Landon Young would have immediately fired back to home plate. 1-0, no outs, and there's trouble for Nicholson. Tied up at 1 apiece. Infield plane in. With nobody out. Vinny Salvion in at the dish. 1 ball and no strikes. Nicholson set at the belt. Kicks and deals. Curveball misses outside. Chacon can't come up with it. Racing from third to home, Teddy Tokheim. He scores, and the Elks have the lead 2-1. Here in the top of the 6th. Carlson moves on over to third base. Infield still playing in, not the start Nicholson has wanted here on the mound. And manager of the Walla Walla Sweets, Colby Wadala, walks out for his first mound checkup. Now, Nicholson was actually meant to start back against the Marion Berries. It was going to be game number 3 he was going to start in. And could not go. Why? Because in warm-ups, game 1, he was being like a bullpen catcher of sorts, and a fastball hit him downstairs. And by downstairs, you know what I mean. And he had to go and leave the game. So he got a checkup. He's doing all right now, but could not start against the Marion Berries. Now comes in relief for Alex Jennings. Thankfully, he is doing all right now. He was at the gym the next morning. Saw him at Planet Fitness. Gave him a hi, how you doing? So that was that. He's given up 1 run here, though, at Borleske Stadium. Sweets trail the Elks 2-1. Meeting is adjourned. Nicholson set the 2-0. Fastball misses away. 3 balls and no strikes to Salvion. Got to start collecting outs. With Carlson at third, still nobody gone. Infield playing in. The 3-0. Crackles over the inside. 3 balls and a strike. Carlson gets the sign and comes set at the belt. The pitch fouled right back into the screen, 3-2. And all of a sudden, Carlson a pitch away from his first strikeout and first out here in the 6th. No Batanco on deck. The 3-2 pitch. Just a little bit outside on 87 miles an hour. Chacon did the best he could to give a little of an assist with his framing job behind the plate. That did miss according to TrackMan and did not fool home plate umpire Dylan Self. And there's runners on the corners for Patenko. 1 for 2 on the day. Flew out to left back in the 4th. A single in the 2nd. Scores Zach Carlson. Down the left field line, Walla Walla Sweets bullpen warming up. Still nobody out. Runners on the corners. The pitch. Rocketed right side. Beasley collects, throws to second for 1. Nicholson races over to first base. No throw, 1 gone, and a run scores. The throw over to second beat Salvione by 6 or 7 steps. Now, the throw back to first would have beat Patenko, but there was no one covering. Nicholson was racing over to first, just not there in time. No throw, but there is the out. Patenko now at first base. The Elks lead 3-1. The pitch, flied out towards left, slicing away to Benji Solano, 0-1. Solano is 0 for 2 on the day. The pitch misses outside, and the count evens up 1-1. Middle infield at double play depth. Corners now back in their regular positions with the outfield maybe a touch in to Solano. The 1-1. Fastball squeezes inside. Dials up 89 in at the belt. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Nicholson's already given up 2 here in the 6th. Takes a peek over at first. Patenko dances the pitch. Rocketed to right field. It hits the dirt and goes into right field. Gunnar Geil quickly fires in. Patenko moves on over to second base. Solano now at first, and the lineup turns around with 2 on and 1 gone. Lafitte steps in, 2 for 3 on the day, batting north of 500 and a very limited sample size. Taps his all black bat right on home plate, and the righty bat gets ready. Nicholson set from the stretch. The pitch, curveball, misses high. A 12-6er just can't find the very top of the zone. With Patenko at second, Solano at first. The 1-0. Fastball races over the outer edge. Strike 1. Diego Castellanos, Jace Miller, the next 2 batters for the Elks. With just 1 gone, Nicholson trying to limit the damage. The 1-1. Curveball misses up at the head of Lafitte. Ducks down, does not get hit. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike. With that, we'll take a quick trip around the West Coast League. The Marion Berries on top of the Pippins, 8-5 in the bottom of the 4th. The 2-1. Misses low and away. 3 balls and 1 strike with 1 gone. And that's a huge game as far as scoreboard watching for Sweets and the Elks. Berries breathing on the neck of the Walla Walla Sweets, just a game and a half back. Up by 3 against the Pippins with a win, and a Sweets loss would be just a half game, the 3-1. A hard hit ball towards deep left center field. Demonu races under it. Instead, it's Rogers who can't make the backhand squeeze. 1 run scores. Racing around third, Solano. He scores. The throw goes over to third base. Tag applied. Got him. Lafitte gets caught trying to stretch a double into a triple, but 2 score, and the scoreboard is blown wide open. Elks on top, 5-1 over the Sweets here in the top of the 6th. The blow-up inning that the Elks had against the Sweets in all 3 games happens here in the 6th. Score 4 runs, gets 2 outs, and manager Colby Waterlow is going to take the ball from Nicholson, and his day is done. Aiden Cube is going to come in to take care of Castellanos with 2 gone. Elks now in a commanding 5-1 lead, top of the 6th, and we'll take a break. Pitching change on the Walla Walla Suites digital network.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. Here in the 6th frame, Sweets trail 5-1, 2 outs, nobody on. Aiden Cube steps in. The pitch. Fastball up and in to Diego Castellanos, 1-0. Cube takes over on the mound, an 11.57 ERA. Recently pitched on Sunday, just a couple games ago, against the Marion Berries. Goes 1 1/3, kicks and deals. Right down the middle for strike 1. Goes with a breaking ball, and the count's evened up with 2 outs. The Elks scrape across 4 runs. Tokheim, Carlson, Batenko, and Solano all touch the pitch. Curveball swerves and hits the outer edge. Strike 2. Castellanos pinwheels his all black bat. Faces the 1-2. Goes back to the curve, caught him looking, strike 3. Aiden Cube goes in with 4 pitches, a strikeout, and that's how the top of the 6th ends, but the damage is dealt. 4 runs scrape across. Sweets now trail 5-1. We head to the bottom of the 6th on the Walla Walla Sweets Radio Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
To the bottom of the 6th inning, Sweets trail 5-1 against the Bend Elks. Bend a 4 spot in the top of the frame. Sam Nicholson gives up all 4. Aiden Cube takes over and gets the Sweets out of the top of the frame. And now here in the home half, Gunnar Geil steps in, the number 2-hole hitter for Walla Walla, 0 for 2 on the day. And Lucas Hines steps in for Alex Vaya. Vaya's day is done. After 7 strikeouts, gives up just the 1 run. Hines, a deep breath. In the windup, the lefties deal. Misses high, 1-0. Hines out of Meridian, Idaho. The incoming junior. In the motion, the pitch. Yanked away. 2 balls and no strikes. Hines with a 20 ERA. Now, granted, very small sample size. I'm talking 1 1/3 innings. The pitch. Hits the outer black. 2-1. In the motion, the pitch. Misses down and in at the ankles of Geil on a lefty-lefty matchup. 3 balls, 1 strike. No outs, nobody on. The pitch. Misses up high, ball 4. Geil takes the base. So a leadoff walk, and up steps Billy Scaldaferri. And Hines is 3 times up at the mound for the Elks. He's recorded an inning in just 1 of the 3. And it was actually against the Sweets. Goes 1 inning, gives up no runs with 1 strikeout back on July 2nd. The first pitch on the way misses outside to Scaldaferri. 1-0. 0 for 2 on the day. Scaldaferri is stricken out twice back in the. Comes set at the chest. Takes a peek at first. The pitch. Misses up and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Patenko quickly runs out, talks it up with Hines. Sweets down 5-1. A blow up top of the 6th. 4 runs scrape across. Against the Elks back on July 1st to start out this month, the Sweets were down by as much as 9-0. Rallied off and came back and lost 11-9. Geil a lead at first. Hines set at the belt. Kicks and deals. Hits the bottom of the zone with an 83-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch. Two and 1. Set yet again, the lefties deal. Misses away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Sun has set here in Walla Walla down the right field line. Sky, a deep shade of blue, the 3-1. Misses away, ball 4. Goes with the changeup on the outer edge. Doesn't get the call. Scaldaferri reaches first. It's back-to-back walks. And up steps Nikhil Beasley with 2 on. Gunnar Geil in scoring position at second. Beasley has struck out twice. Once in the first and once in the third, just like Scaldaferri. Let's see if he can do the same thing as Scaldaferri, maybe take a free pass. Capitalize on Hines, the pitch. A swing and a foul tip back into Patenko's glove, 0-1. Beasley hitting just north of 300 on the season. Waves his bat a few times around. Faces the 0-1. Down low. Nikhil Beasley goes to Sacramento State University. And we decided to stop at In-N-Out on the way home from Marion. It's the northernmost In-N-Out in the country over in Kaiser, Oregon. The 1-1. Flared back behind the netting, a foul ball for strike 2. Fans cheer as a couple gets the baseball and gives it to a kid. There you go. So we stopped at an In-N-Out, mostly for the California guys' psyche. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of California dudes on this team. The lefties deal on 1-2. A wave and a miss for a strike 3. Beasley goes down swinging. And up steps Isaiah Chacon out of Houston, Texas. But they also have an In-N-Out, so my point still stands. So we go there for maybe a little hometown comfort. And I tell you what, we get in there, it is the busiest In-N-Out I've ever seen. And I've been to a lot of busy In-N-Outs. The line is already to the door when we show up. So then, you know, all 30-some-odd guys show up. The line is stretching around. The first pitch on the way misses high to Chacon, 1-0. With Scaldaferri at first, Guile at second base, 1 out. Sweets trail 5-1. Here in the bottom of the 6th, the 1-0. Misses downstairs, gets past Patenko. Guile strolls into third. Scaldaferri in at second, and there's 2 on and running in scoring position. So we stop at In-N-Out. We're stretched around the block as Jeff Brown, pitching coach for the Elks, is going to walk out and talk it up with Hines. And they're giving us estimates that it could be an hour and a half for our food. An hour and a half. Granted, we're in Oregon trying to get all the way over towards Walla Walla. We're trying to go overnight to now, you know, you get the off day, but then a 6-game home stretch. So we get our food. It only ends up taking about an hour. When I say about an hour, like that's good. So we leave that. We're now on the bus, and we got a 4.5 hour trip. Ends up taking 6 hours and 20 minutes. Our bus driver was driving, I kid you not, 35 miles an hour at some point on the highway. On a 70. I mean, he was cutting it in half. And I'm all for safety, but my goodness. We got home at 3:30 a.m. 1 out. The 2-0 to Chacon. Up and in, ball 3. So I tell you what, lucky there's an off day. Lets the guys kind of reset after that whole charade. 1 out. Sweets trail 5-1. Bottom of the 6th, the pitch. Right down the middle, 3-1. With 2 on in scoring position. 1 gone. The pitch. Right down the middle with a fastball on the upper third, 3-2. Full count here with 2 on. Sweets trying to climb back down 4. The payoff pitch is crushed out towards right field, right at Jace Miller. It should be deep enough. Gunnar Guile tags from third. The throw goes over and is cut off by Solano. The trajectory was over towards third base. Scaldaferri slides in. And the Sweets now trail 5-2, get 1 back in the bottom of the 6th. A pinch hitter, the man, the myth, the legend, Dom Cadiz steps in. Cadiz gets an off day on Sunday. Now, was not in the lineup today either. Starting to get worried. But he takes over for Chris Tesaurus. And with a runner on third, manager Colby Waterloo and the rest of the coaching staff decide this is the time to bring Cadiz back in. Dom batting from the right side, played in 35 straight West Coast League matchups with the Sweets before not playing on Sunday. The pitch on the way to Dom. Fastball up and away. Patenko has to go and spring out of his stance behind the plate to snare that ball and keep Scaldaferri at bay over in third. With 2 gone, Sweets trail 5-2, bottom of the 6th. Hines leans in. Cadiz's white bat over his right shoulder, and Hines steps off. For a while there, Dom Cadiz was using Tanner Kern's bat, an all-black bat, after breaking his barrel against the Yakima Valley Pippins a few weeks ago. Now has his own wood, the 1-0. Downstairs 2-0. Hines gets the sign from Patenko. Scalaferi at third, takes his lead. From the stretch, the pitch. Tails downstairs with a breaking ball. 3-0. Hines pitching around Cadiz here. First base is open. Trevor T on deck. The 3-0. Misses inside, ball 4. Dom Cadiz doesn't try to do too much. Watches 4 straight balls. And there's now runners on the corners. Trevor T steps in as the tying run. Gunnar Guile has already come home to score. Scalaferi at third. Dom Cadiz now at first base. Trevor T, the righty bat, facing off against the lefty Hines. T with 3 homers on the season. Cadiz a lead at first base. Hines doesn't even look at him. The pitch. Misses up high, 1-0. Some claps from behind home plate. An entire row of seats behind home. Got to be 8 or 9 people. Family of Trevor T's come all the way from California over to Walla Walla to support him. 2 outs, the 1-0. Hits the outside black. Goes with the heater, and the count evens up 1-1. Trevor T 1 for 2 on the day. A single and scored the Sweets' first run back in the second. Hines gets the sign from Patenko. Cadiz a lead at first, the 1-1. Pop to right field, slowly slicing, out of play. Hits the concourse, ricochets into the bleachers. A couple of fans go running for it. Lights have turned on as the sun has set. Down at horizon, pink skies slowly shade into a dark blue. With Cadiz at first. Scalaferi at third, 2 outs. Sweets trail 5-2. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Hines, set, taps his right foot. The 1-2 on the way. A blooper to right field, it gets down in front of Jace Miller. Scalaferi touches home, Cadiz over to second base, and Trevor T comes up big with an RBI single. Walla Walla now trails Bend 5-3 in the bottom of the 6th. Talk about coming up huge. Trevor T gets the job done. A multi-hit day. And up steps Andrew Demanu. The 7th batter to the plate. Righty bat holds his black barrel over his right shoulder, facing off against Hines. The lefty's deal. Misses away with a curveball. Clocking in at 72 miles an hour, 1 ball and no strikes. Sweets trying to add on, have already crossed 2 here in the 6th. Now trail by 2, the 1-0. Crackles over the lower outside corner. Count evened up at 1-1. Two outs. Set. The 1-1. Misses away, ball 2. 2 balls. 1 strike. Cadiz at second, T at first with 2 gone. Sweets trail 5-3 in the bottom of the 6th. A pivotal game against the Elks. The pitch on the way. Fastball misses up and in. Ball 3. A hitter's count to Demanu. Walked back in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 5th. Cole Rogers, the 9-hole hitter on deck. 2 outs. Green light means go on 3-1. The pitch. Hits the upper outside corner. Goes with the fastball, and the count's full. Runners in motion at the delivery on 3-2 with 2 outs. Infield shaded towards the left. The pitch on the way. Runners take off. Curveball misses. Up and outside. Ball 4. And the bases are juiced for Cole Rogers. The inning extends. Rogers, the 8th guy up to the dish. Back in the second frame, singled with 2 outs. Sent Trevor T home for the Walla Walla Sweets' first run of the game. He could do the same thing here with T at second base, and now would tie up the ball game in the bottom of the 6th. Sweets trail 5-3 against the Elks. Hines leans in and gets the sign for Patenko behind the dish. Gives the sign. Hines set. The pitch. Hits the lower inside corner, 0-1. Goes with the fastball. Rogers shakes his head and steps back in. Twirls his all black bat around, plastered by his white batting gloves. Faces the 0-1. Curveball misses downstairs. It gets past Patenko. Races behind the plate. The throw, and now gets past Hines. Trevor T stops at third, hopping like a bunny rabbit, saying, oh, I might have, could have, would have, should have gone to home. Instead, he stays put. Either way, the Sweets now trail by just 1, 5-4 in the bottom of the 6th. Demanu now at second, T at third. Dom Cadiz, the man to touch home. A 3-run bottom of the 6th frame right after the Elks plate 4 in the top. Hines set. The pitch. Rocketed to right, out of play. 1-2. Cole Rogers with 8 RBIs on the season. And just a touch under 100 at-bats on the year. Hines shakes off a few pitches, now comes set at the belts. With 2 on, take their lead, the 1-2. Curveball dances away for ball 2. Deuces wild here in the bottom of the 6th with the Sweets down by just 1. 2 on. Demanu at second, T at third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Misses up high, ball 3. Full count. Hines a pitch away from walking Rogers. Landon Young and the top of the lineup on deck. The Elks come with just 9 pitchers. Have to ride out Lucas Hines. They don't have an option. The bullpen is definitely been stronger. With 2 outs. 2 on. The payoff pitch. Flared out towards center field. Castellanos races, can't make the play as it drops in fair territory. Deminu rounds third, slides to home, he's safe. Rogers to second, 2-run score, and the Sweets on top, 6-5 in the bottom of the 6th inning. What a response from the Walla Walla Sweets. Are you kidding me? Right after the Elks plate 4, the Sweets say, anything you can do, I can do better. 5 across, and the Sweets now take the lead, 6-5 in the 6th. Landon Young steps in, Walla Walla still threatening with Rogers at second. Clutch base hitting with 2 outs. Time and time again, the pitch on the way. Down and in. 1-0 to Young. He's 1 for 3 on the day, doubled back in the first frame, since then flew it to right, struck out swinging in the 5th. Young leans back, waves his bat, and gets ready. The pitch. Chopped, left side, over towards third. Lafitte, Fields, fires to first. Landon Young beats it by a few steps, not even close, and there's runners on the corners as Gunnar Guile steps in for the 2nd time this frame. It just continues with 2 on. Now's the time to bury the Elks. Lucas Hines struggling, and that might be that. Out steps manager Alan Cox. Landon Young from first steps in, and Hines' day is done. Gives up 5 runs. The Sweets pounce on the lefty, and we'll take a break. Runners on the corners. Gunnar Guile, the 2-hole hitter, with Scout the Ferry on deck on the other side, but we'll take a quick break. Sweets on top 6-5 on the Walla Walla Sweets Radio Network.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
Runners on the corners. We roll on. Bottom of the 6th, 2 outs and a pitching change. Lucas Hines' day is done. Collects just 2 outs with 1 strikeout. Gives up 5 earned, and the Sweets on top 6-5 in the bottom of the 6th. And in steps a pinch runner as well over for Landon Young as Guile steps in, the lefty bat. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses up and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. With 2 gone. The pitch. Misses upstairs. Trent Farnham up at the hill, taking over for Hines, the righty arm. Out of De Anza University, the Mountain Lions. And his second appearance with the Elks. 2 outs, the 2-0. Fastball misses inside. 3 balls and no strikes. Guile, his second time up, walked and scored in the 6th, rather. His second time up just this inning. The pitch on the way. Hits the outer edge. 3-1. That would have made it the bases loaded. Sweets on top 6-5, trying to add on. Scout the Ferry on deck. Hitters count. The 3-1 to Guile. Swing and a miss. A daddy hack. 81 down the middle. Can't get a piece of it. Farnham goes with the breaking ball. 3-2. Dangles his right arm like a pendulum at his hip. 2 outs, the payoff pitch. Runner takes off, fouled back. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Over at first, Esteban Olazaba out of Cal State Fullerton, his first appearance with the Sweets. 2 outs. The payoff pitch yet again. Olazaba takes off. A high fly ball out towards left field. Racing in. Carlson makes the play, and that will be that. Guile can't extend the inning, but 10 come to the plate. The Sweets scrape across 5 runs. No errors, 4 base hits. And we'll be back right after this. To the top of 7th on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training.
We got a completely new ball game here in the top of the 7th. Sweets on top, 6-5. The pitch on the way. Misses down in the dirt, 1-0 to Jace Miller. Struck out 3 times today trying to avoid the golden sombrero. With Aiden Cube out on the hill, the ball placed behind his belt, and now comes set, kicks and deals. Off-speed misses upstairs, 2-0. Miller hitting just below 400 on the season coming into today's contest. Went 3 for 8 against the Sweets. The pitch is crushed out towards deep left field. Looking back, and this baseball clambers off the very top of the wall. The throw is in from Demonu. A leadoff double. There was some sort of sign from home plate umpire David Canales. Not sure what it was. Either way, it's a double off the very top of the wall over at the Columbia REA sign out in left field. Off the bat, it looked like that baseball was gone. 107-mile-an-hour exit velocity. Crushed it. Up steps Brody Batove with a tying run at second base. The pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup downstairs. 0-1. Well, that's the way to get things going for your team down by a run. Miller just crushes that baseball. 107. Blistered. The 0-1. Curveball misses outside to the lefty bat of Brody Batove. 1 for 3 on the day. Singled back in the 3rd. Hitting .278 on the season. Next offering misses well behind Isaiah Chacon. Up and in for ball 2. It gets past Chacon. Miller races into 3rd. Tying runs now 90 feet away. Brody Batove, the incoming sophomore out of Pepperdine University. Same school that ex-Sweet Johnny Backus, the right fielder for Walla Walla earlier in the season, transferred from Michigan, is now attending. The 2-1. Right down the pipe. Goes with the fastball in the outer 3rd, and the count evens up 2-2. A tight one here in the 7th. Playoff implications, tie and run at 3rd base. No outs. Sweets on top, 6-5. Top of the 7th. Infield playing in, outfield standard depth. Kicks and deals. Right down the middle, strike 3. A 69-mile-per-hour curveball freezes up Batove, and Teddy Tokheim steps in with 1 gone. Tokheim led off the 6th. A 4-run top of the 6th for the Elks saw Tokheim touch home plate. The lefties deal. Is rocketed out towards left center, gets down into the alleyway, and this baseball game is tied. An RBI single from Teddy Tokheim. And we're tied up at 6-6, top of the 7th. Tokheim's second straight hit. He now rests at first base. And Zach Carlson steps up 2 for 3 on the day. The pitch on the way. Fastball misses downstairs 1-0. Carlson is 8 for 13 against the Sweets this season. Killing the baseball from the left side. Facing the lefty arm, the pitch. Cube can't locate a curveball away for ball 2. No arms warming up down the left field line for the Sweets. In a tight contest, tied up at 6 apiece. The 2-0 to Carlson. Chopped right side, Nikhil Beasley steps on his back for 1. The throw over to second base, tag applied, not in time. Tokheim slides under the tag. Trevor T couldn't believe it over at second base. The throw was a little bit high, more towards the mound than towards the outfield. The throw from first to second, that is. And Tokheim ruled safe. Carlson out on a ground out. And Vinny Salvione steps in, the Tyner now at second with 2 gone. Has the lefty-righty matchup. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Salvione 1 for 3 on the day, singled back in the 6th. Thank you all for tuning in. As the sky continues to darken on a beautiful day for baseball, feel free to subscribe down below so you can go and chat if you want. Say hi at the 1-0. Crushed out towards left center field, gets down into the alleyway yet again. Demonu races under it. Tokheim speeds around third and scores. So that call comes back and haunts the Sweets. 2 come across, and Walla Walla now trails 7-6. Talk about a change in fate. You almost double up Tokheim trying to take second after Nikhil Beasley had himself a great play at first. Then all of a sudden, a couple of pitches later, a line drive from Salvione, and the Elks take the lead 7-6. With 2 gone in the top of the 7th frame, Noah Botanko steps in, the righty bat. Pitch on the way. Swerves and hits the outer third for strike 1. The sky, a deep, dark shade of blue with maybe a tinge of purple. 2 outs. The 0-1. Curveball trips in right at the ceiling of the zone for strike 2. Cube searching for his 3rd strikeout of the day. 2 outs. The 0-2 deal. Flied out towards right field. Beasley races in foul territory, reaches and makes the play for out 3. I'm telling you what, for a guy that hasn't played much first, a primary catcher, he makes it look easy over at first base. And that is that in the top of the 7th, but the damage is dealt yet again. Flip-flopped, score. Elks on top 7-6 in the top of the 7th, off a couple of base hits and no errors. We stretch on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at UnderwriterHondaofWallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Swedes now trail 7-6 in the bottom of the 7th frame after the Elks scrape 2 across in the top of the inning. Billy Scaldaferri steps in, batting third from the right side, facing Farndom. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Goes with the changeup down low. 0-1. Scaldaferri 0 for 2 on the day with a walk and scored in the 6th. Struck out twice back in the 1st and in the 3rd, the 0-1. Down low in the dirt. 1-1. Scaldaferri pinwheels his all-gray bat around, plastered by his red batting gloves. Gets ready for the 1-1. Yanked way off the plate with a heater. Count runs to 2 balls and 1 strike. In the top of the 6th, the Elks plate 4 runs across, grab a 5-1 lead, and then in the home half, the Sweets respond with 5 of their own, but the Elks throw a counterpunch right back. The 2-1 pitch. Laced out towards left, just a little bit foul. 100 miles an hour off the bat as that baseball goes down the line and into the bullpen. And the count evens up 2-2. Top of the 7th. 2 runs for the Elks, and just like that, the lead is right back to Bend. Nobody on, nobody out. The stretch, the 2-2. Lined out towards center field, gets down in front of Castellanos. Scaldaferri with a leadoff single, and up steps Nikhil Beasley. That's the way to start off the bottom of the 7th after trailing by just 1 run. Scaldaferri, a speedy runner at first base, already with 4 stolen bases on the season. As Nikhil Beasley steps in, the righty bat facing off against the righty Farnham. Set at the chest, Beasley shows bunt. Pitch on the way. Gets it down, right back up to the pitcher. Farnham slips, throws over to first base. Not in time. Nikhil Beasley beats it out. Farnham fell down as he came up with that bunt. It's going to go down as an infield single. Beasley is all smiles. He claps his hands a few times, and there's 2 on as Isaiah Chacon steps in. A bang-bang play at first. Alan Cox tucks it up with home plate umpire Dylan Self. The manager for the Bend Elks gets the 2 umpires to talk it up. And they're going to call him safe yet again. Chacon steps in. 0 for 2 on the day. A sacrifice fly back in the 6th. Farnham's right arm hangs at his right hip like a pendulum, swings back and forth as he gets the sign from Batenko. Scaldaferri at second, Beasley at first. Take their lead. The pitch misses outside. Goes with the fastball 1-0. Farnham doesn't have a lot of velocity, clocking in at the lower 80s. That was just 80 miles an hour. Sky continues to darken into a deeper shade of blue here in Walla Walla. The 1-0 shows bunt. Pulls away, fastball misses high. 2 balls and no strikes. With the Sweets down by just 1, 7-6. Bottom of the 7th inning. Dom Cadiz on deck. The righty's deal. Shows bunt yet again. Pulls away as a fastball skips in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. Chacon has as many walks as at-bats. Yes, that's a real stat. 15 walks to 15 true at-bats. Facing the 3-0. Pitch. Down and away, ball 4. Chacon does what he does best. A free pass, and the bases are loaded for who else but Dom Cadiz. Cadiz batting from the right side, came in back in the 6th frame, took over for Chris Tesouris as the designated hitter, leads the Swedes with a .364 batting average, is 3rd in the West Coast League with 8 home runs, leads the team with 32 RBIs, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. The first pitch on the way. Laced left side on the ground, foul ball. Cadiz nods his head, 0-1. Walla Walla trying to blow the scoreboard wide open with the Elks on top, 7-6 here in the bottom of the 7th frame. Dom Cadiz drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers just a week ago in the 15th round. Just 18 years old, the commit to UCLA. Faces the 0-1. Up and away as the count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike. Scaldaferri at 3rd, Beasley at 2nd base, Chacon at 1st. Farnham gets the sign from Patenko. Corner infield playing in with Tokheim in the feet. Salvion and Solano up the middle, double play depth. The 1-1. Popped left side, gets out of play. Cadiz's eyes lit up at a fastball inside. 1-2. And Cadiz's first at-bat walked on 4 pitches. Swedes trail by just 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Farnham, set. Stretch, the 1-2. Popped out towards right field, slowly slicing out of play and into the bleachers as it bangs around now into the concourse. Kid in the yellow hat gets it after fumbling the ball a few times around. I thought he was going to lose that baseball. Cadiz battling on 1-2. Farnham gets the sign yet again from Patenko as Cadiz waves his all-white bat, plastered by his white batting gloves high above his right shoulder. Faces the 1-2. Pop fly high in the sky, straight away into the infield. Moving under it, Salvion, the shortstop, makes the play at the dirt, and there's 1 gone. Trevor T steps in, the righty bat. Singled his last time up and scored a run. Singled back in the 2nd frame as well and came around to score. Farnham gets the sign with the bases loaded. Pitch on the way. Curveball spins in for strike 1. Trevor T's entire family is here all the way from California. About 8 of them occupy an entire row behind home plate, cheering on T. 1 out. The 0-1. A hard ground ball over towards short. Salvion comes up with this. Could be 2. Over to 2nd for 1. Broken up as Chacon slides into 2nd. No throw to 1st. Out number 2, but a run scores, and the Swedes tie it up against the Elks at 7 apiece. And this sparks a conversation between manager of the Bend Elks, Alan Cox, with bases umpire David Canales, wants an explanation as Chacon slid just a little bit past the bag. Cox, like he's playing a game of charades, is reenacting what just happened at 2nd base. but to no avail. David Canales puts his foot down, conversation ends, and we're tied up at 7-7 here in the 7th. Chacon is out at second base. T now over at first with an RBI fielder's choice. Scaldaferri scores. Nikhil Beasley at third. Andrew Damanu steps in. The righty bat out of Lynn Benton Community College. 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Faces the first steal on the way. Curveball hits him in the back. Curve plunk, and the bases are loaded yet again. The second time Damanu has been hit by a pitch today. The third time he's reached first via a free pass. And Cole Rogers steps in, a very familiar situation with runners in scoring position. Back in the second frame, he got the job done with a single. In the 6th, he walked to put the bases loaded. Farnham set. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses in. 1-0. Andrew Demanu at first. T at second. Beasley at third. Set at the chest. Kicks and deals on 1-0. Curveball twirls high. 2 balls and no strikes. Almost goes 12-6 top rail. Instead, it's ball 2, and Rogers has himself a hitter's count. Speed on the base path with T at second and Demanu at first. Runners are off on the crack of a bat. The 2-0 pitch. Down low, ball 3. Cole Rogers and the Sweets are 1 ball away from a bases loaded walk and the lead subsequently. Tied up at 7-7 in the bottom of the 7th. Farnham set at the chest. From the stretch, the 3-0. Finds a strike down the middle. Needed it, and he got it on 3-1. Rogers trying to get on base any way he can and break the tie in a pivotal game number 1 between the Sweets and the Elks. 2 outs. The 3-1 pitch. A slow roller over towards third, fielded on a couple of hops. Lafitte fires to second the short way in time, out 3. Cole Rogers can't come through, and we are all tied. 7-7. Drama in the city, so nice they named it twice. We move to the top of the 8th on 4 base hits, 1 run. We move on the Walla Walla Sweets Radio Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family. It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
We roll on to the top of the 8th. Tied up at 7-7. Jared Glenn in the motion. The pitch on the way. Fastball misses high. 1-0. To Benji Solano, the 9-hole hitter. 1 for 3 on the day. A single back in the 6th. Kicks and deals. Hits the inner third. Lower part of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. As Jared Glenn takes over for Aiden Q, the righty arm out of Gonzaga. The pitch. Curveball spins away for ball 2. Glenn working with a 7.29 ERA. Goes 3 innings strong against the Marion Berries. Gives up 3 earned. The pitch. Down in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike. He's given up just 5 walks in 12 1/3 innings pitched, compared to 11 strikeouts, and Solano on the precipice of walking on 3-1. The pitch. And he does. Ball 4. Throws his bat over towards the dugout, and the top of the lineup is up with a runner on. Never a good sign. All tied up at 7-7. Jack Lafitte steps in. 3 for 4 on the day, hitting north of 500 on the season. A limited sample size, but still a hot bat. The pitch. Shows bunt. Gets it down instead. It's up in the air. Nikhil Beasley charges and makes the play. Out 1. Lafitte bought that at the store, gift wrapped it himself, and then said, I'll put a bow on it. Out 1. I mean, in that moment, that is a huge mistake as Diego Castellano steps in. The lefty bat. With Solano a lead at first base. The pitch. Misses inside. Chacon takes a step towards first. Doesn't throw. Quick trip over towards Seattle. The Mariners taking on the Brewers. A 1-0 lead in the top of the 9th. Hang on time. The pitch. Fastball misses up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. For any of you Mariners fans, I'll give you a wild guess onto how the Mariners got their only 1 run across. Cue the Jeopardy theme song music. I'll say it after this pitch. The 2-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Big dumper. Cal Raleigh hits his 39th homer of the season. On top 1-0 over the Brewers. Once again, that's in the top of the 9th frame. Here at Borleske, in the top of the 8th, tied up at 7-7. Set at the chest. The righty steal on 2-1. Rocketed right field. Beasley backhands, beats him to first, and touches his bag for out 2. It wasn't a clean backhand, kind of knocked it down in at the grass. 6'4" over there at first. Like a gazelle, he strided over and touched his base. Beats Castellanos by a half a step. Solano moves on over to second. Up steps Jace Miller. Miller, the righty bat. 1 for 4 on the day with a double and 3 strikeouts. Set. Pitch on the way. Lace to right. Out of play. Over the bleachers for strike 1. Quick trip around the West Coast League. Already gave our Mariners update. The Berries take complete control over the Pippins on top 13-5 in the bottom of the 7th. That is all done and dusted. Might as well chalk that one up. Becomes this game even bigger with the Sweets up just a game and a half. 0-1 misses high. 1 ball and 1 strike. At 88 miles an hour, According to TrackMan, that did just miss a little bit upstairs. As Glenn dangles his arm by his right hip. In the bottom of the ninth, the Bellingham Bells up 13-2 over the lefties. Glenn set. 2 outs, the 1-1. A slow roller over towards short. T eats it up, the throw to first, in time, out 3. Elks strand 1 on no base hits. Glenn looking clean out there on the mound. To the bottom of the 8th, tied up at 7-7. Be back right after this. Don't go anywhere on the Walla Walla Suites Digital Network.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles.
In the bottom of the 8th inning, lights are shining bright under dark skies, and we got a tight one, 7-7. Esteban Olazaba steps in, the first pitch. Misses inside 1-0. Farnham still out on the hill. Gave up just the 1 run. Back in the bottom of the 7th. Comes set at the chest. The righty's deal. Misses low and away to the righty bat of Olazaba. The incoming freshman out of Cal State Fullerton. And his very first at-bat with the Sweets came in as a pinch runner for Landon Young back in the 6th. The 2-0 deal. Misses inside ball 3. Olazaba nods his head and circles the batter's box like a shark waiting to hunt. On a hitter's count. Stands at just 5'9", facing the 3-0. Whipped over the outer edge with a fastball. 3 balls in 1 strike. Tied up at 7-7. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Fans have stayed in numbers, 1,000 plus here at Borleske. The 3-1. Misses inside and it hits him. Would have been ball 4 either way. Olazaba reaches first on a hit by pitch in his very first at-bat. Up steps Gunnar Guile batting second as he steps in to the lefty's batter box. Guile 1 for 3 on the day with a single in the 5th, walked in the 6th. Out of Arizona University. First pitch on the way. Shows bunt. Off the end of the bat and back into the screen. 0-1. Jack Lafitte came charging in from third. The grass is super thick here at Borleske. Over an inch. The baseballs just die on the infield grass. Really easy to lay one down. Jack Lafitte playing in at the grass at third. Shows bunt yet again. Pitch on the way. Gets it down over towards the third base side. Batenko comes up with it. Sets his feet. Fires to first. Just beat him. Does his job, though. Olazaba moves on over to second base. And there's one gone as Billy Scaldaferri steps in. That was tight. Bang, bang. Batenko decided to take an extra second to set his feet and fire to first base. And Gunnar Geil almost made him pay. He slowly trots back over towards the dugout. And up steps Billy Scaldaferri. Farnhand gets the sign. Set at the chest. Twirls and fires over to second base. Olazaba back. Solano was the one covering second base. Didn't even bother tagging Olazaba. As he takes a hearty lead at second base, inching closer towards third. The pitch. Runs inside, and that hits Billy Scaldaferri. And all of a sudden, there's 2 on for Nikhil Beasley. He singled his last time up after striking out his first 3 at-bats. Tied up at 7-7 here in the bottom of the 8th. 6 of the Sweets' 7 runs have come in the 6th or 7th inning. Looking to keep the foot on the pedal. With 2 on. Olazaba at second. Scaldaferri at first. The first pitch to Beasley. Misses away, 1-0. Nikhil Beasley comes into today's contest batting over 300 for the first time this season. Swinging a hot bat. His first home run came against the Bend Elks. Back in early July, the pitch. Misses away. So it's 2-0 to Nikhil Beasley. Set. The 2-0. Hits top rail with a heater. 2-1. Nikhil Beasley riding an 8-game hitting streak that extends from 7 to 8 today as he singles his last time up. Isaiah Chacon on deck with 2 on. The 2-1. Flared back behind the screen and out of play. 2-2. That must have gotten over the netting behind the press box. Now, you might be thinking I'm talking about the netting behind home plate. No, there's a second set of defense that blocks the highway. A netting that probably goes maybe 40 feet in the air, and still baseballs somewhat routinely go over that. And then you just hope and pray that no one crashes a car, I guess. 1 out, the 2-2. A high fly ball out towards deep left center field. Castellanos makes the play in left center, tagging from second to third. Olazaba, no throw. And there's runners on the corners with 2 gone. .95 off the bat, Nikhil Beasley just sends that a little bit too high in the air. An exit angle of 38 inches. You're looking to be right between that 15 to 25. So Isaiah Chacon steps up, the lefty bat, behind the plate today for the Sweets. Walked back in the 7th frame for his 16th walk on the season. And get this, just 18 at-bats. The pitch. Misses away, 1-0. Tying run at third base. in Olazaba. Scalaferry at first. We're all tied up at 7-7 here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 outs. The 1-0 to Chacon. Spins in. Just hits the top third. Strike 1. In game number 1. The 1-1. Misses low and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Elks swept the Sweets back in early July at their house. It was the first time the Sweets got swept all season long. Currently sit just a game and a half above the Sweets in the 3rd wild card spot, the 2-1. A wave and a miss, 2-2. Goes with the breaking ball off the plate, and the count evens up. With 2 gone, fans anticipately wait. Tension rises with 2 on, 2 outs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scalaferry takes off, the pitch on the way, rocketed right side on the ground, and it sneaks under the glove of Tokheim. Olazaba hits home. Jace Miller comes up with the ball as Scalaferry reaches 3rd, and the Sweets on top 8-7. Isaiah Chacon comes up huge. Just continues to get it done, time out and time in. And up steps Dom Cadiz. Flew out to short his last time up. That was with the bases loaded and nobody out in the 7th. Can he come through here in the 8th? 0 for 1 with a walk. Came in as a pinch hitter for Chris Tesouris. Batting .364 on the team. That leads the Sweets with 8 homers. Farnham set. Chacon lead at first. Scalaferry at 3rd. The first pitch. Tails and hits the outer black for strike 1. Walla Walla with an 8-7 lead over Bent. Cadiz twirls his all-white bat. Now above his right shoulder, the 0-1. Creeps over the outer corner, 0-2. A couple of dots from Farnham. And Cadiz is going to have to shorten up the swing on 0-2. He pinwheels his bat around a few times as Farnham leans in against the sign from Patenko. Chacon lead at first. Let's see if he takes off. 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch. Misses away with a heater. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sky is black. Lights shining bright. No wind here at Borleske with 2 gone. Runners on the corner. Sweets on top. 8-7. Bottom of the 8th. The 1-2 pitch. Chacon takes off. Fastball misses outside. A pump fake and a throw over towards short now as Salvion was charging in. Not even at the second base bag. He caught that ball in at the grass, trying to tempt Scalaferry to come home from 3rd. He had nothing to do with it, and there's 2 on. In scoring position. Chacon at 2nd now. Scalaferry at 3rd. 2-2 on the way. Caught him looking, strike 3. Goes back with the breaking ball on the lower outside corner. All 3 strikes was with that sweeper. And the Sweets leave 2 on in scoring position, but do get 1 run across. It is hold on time in the top of the 9th. Fans, get your popcorn out. Hold on to your seats. You do not want to go anywhere. The Sweets have a 1-run lead, 8-7, top of the 9th, and we'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, your family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at Underwriter Honda of WallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
In the top of the 9th inning, Sweets on top, 8-7. Brody Batove steps in. The pitch. Fastball runs off the plate. 1 ball and no strikes. Batove 1 for 4 on the day. A single back in the 3rd. A couple of strikeouts looking in the 1st and the 7th. Jared Glenn out on the hill. Set at the belt in the windup, the 1-0. Fastball misses inside downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. Walla Walla trying to cling on to a 1-run lead on top 8-7. Here in the top of the 9th, Jared Glenn still out there on the hill. The 2-0. Misses inside with a heater at 87 miles an hour. The fans here at Borleske do not like the call. The count turns into 3-0 either way. Lefty Batapito faces the righties 3-0. Misses up and away, ball 4, and that's not the sign you want to see. A leadoff walk. Teddy Tokheim steps in. Tokheim 2 for 4 on the day, and his 2 base hits have come back in his last 2 at-bats. In the 6th, in the 7th frame, a single and scored, and then a double in the 7th. Was stranded at second base, but did score a run. Glenn set. The pitch on the way. Curveball is laced right side, out of play. 0-1. Teddy Tokheim batting from the right side. The Sweets on the precipice of a Game 1 victory after getting swept against the Bend Elks earlier in July. Shows bunt. Olazaba sneaks in down the third base line. The 0-1 is poked right side. Foul ball, and it's 0-2. Tokheim would be risky to show bunt yet again. Most likely he's going to be taking that bat off of his right shoulder and swinging it. On 0-2, Zach Carlson on deck. 2 for 4 today. 8 for 12 against the Sweets this season. The 0-2 pitch, runner takes off. The throw over to second base, and it skips over Scaldaferri's glove. Batove slides in safely at second. A nice backup from Trevor T. The shortstop potentially saved Batove from going over towards third. The throw might have beat him. Scaldaferri just couldn't come up with a short hop. Tying run now at second as Jared Glenn dangles his arm by his right hip. Shakes off a few pitches, now comes set. No outs. A big 1-2 pitch. Up and away for ball 2 with a heater. Clocking in at 89 miles an hour. Getting down to the nitty-gritty here at Borleske. Fans start to clamor to their feet. 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs. Glenn. Set. The 2-2. Spins away from Chacon. He just keeps it in front of him. He lost it from his sight for a moment, spun around like he was doing a 360 on a snowboard, and then all of a sudden found it right by his feet. Batove stays at second. Potentially the most pivotal pitch this entire game. Some could argue the season up until this point. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Fouled back, and we'll do it again. The tying run in Batove at second. Tokan trying to even up this ball game. He's fouled off 1-3-2 pitch. Can he do it again? Zach Carlson, the 6-hole hitter, on deck. Stretch. The payoff. Roped to right, racing back. Guile makes the play high above his head. Batove tags from second, reaches third without a throw, and there's one gone. 94 miles an hour off the bat. Jumps on a breaking ball on the outer third. That's an impressive place to get the barrel to. Guile making it look easy, ranges back to his right. That first step, instead of being in, it was out, and it made all the difference. Didn't have to jump or anything, just reached up. And up steps Zach Carlson, the lefty bat with the infield in. The pitch. Fastball misses up and away, 1-0. Carlson batting north of 300 on the season. His bat over 600 against the Sweets in 4 games. Faces the 1-0 on the way. Curveball drips and hits the outer edge for strike 1. Jared Glenn out of Gonzaga University trying to lock in and get a save. With a runner on third, the lead just 1. The 1-1. Fastball upstairs. Now first base is open. Carlson has been hitting him hard. Vinny Salvion on deck. He's 2 for 4 in the day also, but the double play would then be on. The pitch on the way. Flared out towards left, slices away. Foul ball for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jared Glenn searching for his first save of the season. With 1 gone. Infield in. Batove at third. Sweets on top, 8-7, top of the 9th. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Glenn is fired up out on the hill, so is Chacon, and so is this Borleske fan base. And the Elks are down to their final out. The first strikeout for Glenn, and it comes at a big time. 2 gone. Up steps Salvion. The righties deal. Curveball misses away, 1-0. Chacon liked that pitch. The Sweets on top, 8-7. Top of the 9th. Glenn comes set. The righties deal. Popped up, right side, this should do it. Ranging over Nikhil Beasley, he makes the play at the chalk. The Sweets win 8-7. How sweet it is! A nail biter. The Sweets hang on to the cliffside and cling on to a nail-biting 8-7 victory and take game number 1 from the Elks. Holy smokes, Walla Walla. A huge win, especially when you put it in the context that the Marion Berries won tonight against the Yakima Valley Pippins. The Sweets remain a game and a half up in the playoff conversation with 14 games to go. We'll be back on air tomorrow night at 6:35. The Sweets just continue to get it done. Close games, their middle name, and the Sweets have been winning them in spades. 6:35 first pitch tomorrow. Once again, 6:15 we'll have our pregame show. If you missed today's pregame show, check it out right here on the Walla Walla Sweets YouTube channel. Subscribe down below as well. We really appreciate it. Give a like. Once again, I'm Drew Albaugh, your play-by-play broadcaster, saying so long and good night from Walla Walla, Washington. The Sweets hang on to an 8-7 victory.